Yo, what's up, Asuna? I was waiting for the stream. Whoa, really? I mean, I'm honored. I'm honored to be waited on.
Stabilize.
I got so lucky with the pulls, man. Yo, really? Nice, nice. Well, I mean, I'm happy for you, man. Unfortunately, we can't all have that luck. You got Furina? Yes, I did. Also, did I need this? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I think so. I am pretty sure I needed that. Okay. A very unexpected character that I did not expect to sort of instantly like want to raise. Scarlet. Honestly, I really was just expecting to like get one copy of her, and then I'm like, okay, you just stay there in the background, and then like just look pretty. That's it. That's all I need you to do. Honestly, that's really what I was very much expecting to do with Scarlet, and here I am farming for her. I did not expect that. I need help? Yo, really? What do you need help with, man? Hey, what's up? I'm still here. Man, her weapon is really bad. Yeah, her weapon's actually quite bad. Like, the only redeeming the only redeeming factor about it is the fact that it's got 88 crit damage. But then, like, I don't think that even that itself is like enough to like, because okay, obviously she's not, I wouldn't say she's energy hungry. It's more like you're hungry for her buff, so you want her to use her burst very often. Why am I here again? Oh yes, that's right. There. Got both Furina and weapon. You did? Oh my god. Wait, you actually went for it? Honestly, I don't think her weapon is worth it. Like, I guess the nice thing about it is it makes you building your crit ratio a lot easier. But then, like, it also makes it so that now you're gonna have to look for crit rate and ER from your substats. I mean, yes, it certainly does make her do more damage, personally. But it's really not that much from festering. You try that on all of them. Her weapon? 88 crit damage. I guess it's not bad. Sure. Can you help me on floor 11-3? Chamber 2? You do it for me, please? Probably not tonight, man. Because, like, look at my ping. My ping's all over the place tonight. The one time I stream, I just so happen to just have bad ping. I hate it. It's awful. Well, at the very least, you have the set to you have the set to match. You have Furina and her weapon. Honestly, I feel like you should have just gone for your constellations. If you had to go to what is it called again? What's the like three weapon pity thing? I don't remember what it's called. Hang on, I'm gonna take a look at it in a bit. Epitomized path, yeah. If you had to go to epitomized, I have no idea how to pronounce it properly. Hang on.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth. Epitomized.
Epitomized. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Google. All right. Yeah, epitomized path. If you had to go to epitomized path, you might. I feel like on Furina, it probably would have been a lot more value if you just went for like C2.
Where do you want to go next?
Unless maybe like if you just so happen to have like somebody who really who does really well using festering and you don't want to take away festering from them, then yeah, I could see that as like a good reason to get her weapon. Right time to go live. Just finished the Nilu edit for my channel. Oh, nice, nice. Really? What was it about? For 11-1, 11-2, or very easy. 11-3 is giving me a hard time. Oh, are you talking about the what are they called? Water droplets. I beat a best 11-3 using Hu Tao with Bennett. The 80% defense increase card. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, hey, results are, well, maybe not everything, but you know, most of it, right? 28% HP is so. Oops. Less too. So less to even compensate for the lost energy recharge, crit rate, damage bonus. Stats I get from Festering Desire. I would have gone for C2, but I was closer to the weapon pity. I see, I see. Okay, well, I mean, like, at least I hope you, do I not have any? Oh, I do, okay. So, at least I hope you didn't have to, like, lose, you know, like, if you, at least I hope you immediately got her weapon, and you didn't get Jade Splendor, I think is what Baizhu's weapon is. Jadefall, Jadefall Splendor. Or at least like maybe like at least like if you got like an off banner weapon, at least I hope it was like a good one. At this point, I don't even know like what will be a good off banner weapon, honestly. Maybe Amos, like if you're a Ganyu fan, but if you're not, then like no. Just an edit of our dance cutscenes. Looks simple, but took too long for the type of quality I got. Oh, that's all right, man. Hey, I mean, you know, the in that case, important part is you learned something, right?
Body and mind.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to raise her talents. From this scene right here, I'm sure some of you guys, some of you eagle-eyed fellows out there are gonna notice something. If you didn't, too late. I'm probably not gonna show that screen anymore, unless if somebody noticed what was special on that screen just now. Immediately got it. Oh, nice, nice. I'm so glad I got her Kane instead. That's so good. Like, I can't imagine getting Jadefall Splendor. Like, unless maybe if you're like kind of into what's his name? Baizhu. Like, if you're into Baizhu and his gameplay, or like you have a team that just so happen to like work kind of well with him. Because, like, you, I don't know, like, for some reason you have Naida, like, busy on some other team.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your game's up. Time's over.
Pyro. Jeez. Okay. Into Pyro. Got it on beat with the music, though, so I'm kind of happy. Oh, that's great. That's great. You know, oddly enough, there was this one like random moment. How long ago is this? I think it was like 9 years ago. Yeah, like 8-9 years ago. I don't know like what got into me. I guess I was just bored. I was just in my dorm, and I just decided to open up Audacity. You know, like the software Audacity, and then like I just wasn't doing anything special. I just put two songs together, like two songs that I really liked, that seemed to have like the same tempo, and then like I put them together, and like I listened to it now, and I was like, why did I think this was good? It actually sounds awful, but like at the time it was just, I think what made me think that it was actually good was I think because like I somehow managed to like make it match.
Let's go get ourselves.
And that was my point, is it's oddly satisfying to like let music match. Like it could be music with music, or music with video. Like if it just matches, and there's something that's oddly satisfying about it. So what do you guys think about 4.2 so far? We're 5 days into the patch, and I don't know.
Busted. Here comes the cat.
I've been busting my butt off trying to get through all the quests, and at first I thought the quests were pretty long, and then like after my third my third run through of the quest, because again I have 3 accounts, right? I have 3 accounts, and I'm taking care of my friend's account. After my third run through of all the quests, like for the Archon quest, the Narcissan Kreitz, am I even saying it correctly? No, it's not supposed to be Nart. It's supposed to be Narcissan Kreitz. Narcissan Kreitz quest. At first, maybe 1 or 2 runs, I thought, wow, this is super long. And then like during my third run through of it, I was like, wow, this isn't that long actually. Why did I think this was long? I also have done this world quest once, and I'm gonna do it like on my friend's account and on my other account as soon as I can, while like it's still fresh in my memory. Just, you know, because like if it's not fresh in my memory, it'll take me like a second to like try and figure things out, and that's what makes it take more time. Most of my edits are on beat. I purposely make them either make the dancing look on beat, or make it look like they're singing the song. Works out half the time. You know, oddly enough, there is actually an audience for stuff like that. Like whether it's Genshin or outside of Genshin. Like, and if you just so happen, you know, like if YouTube just so happens to recommend it to a Genshin fan too, hey, even better. Yeah, like there's just something satisfying about it. Like okay, so like example is, you know, like those videos where people like have 2 or 3 characters do their burst, and like they time it just right, and then like they have music, and there's like as soon as like the bass drop happens, like they all like all of them do something really cool that looks really cool, like all of them together, and then like slow-mo instantly. It's Narcissan Kreitz. Yeah, isn't that how it's supposed to be pronounced? Hang on, let's get off of Zhongli. Let's stay on nice, quiet Nahida. Then let's get on. Okay.
Here
it is.
Narzissenkreuz.
Not so like so I don't know why, like, to my ears, I don't know if it's just me or if I'm actually hearing it correctly.
Narzissenkreuz.
Yeah, like it's not but like yes, there is the there nart, but there is like the tongue isn't rolled. It's more like just an open
Narzissenkreuz.
knots, and then the Z is like it sounds like there's a like the tongue closes for like a split second. Narzissenkreuz.
Narzissenkreuz.
Narzissenkreuz. Like the whole time I was doing the quest, every time the quest name pops up here, and then like I see the word narcissism, I immediately, like, I cannot keep myself from trying to say it in like a German accent. I don't know why. It feels so satisfying, like if I think I said it correctly, or if not correctly, then at least kind of close to correctly. It feels so satisfying. Every time I see the narcissism word anywhere on the screen, I immediately I can't help myself. I have to say it out loud. Immune to what? Geo. Okay. YouTube blessed one of my edits on a YouTube series, 1.3k views. Oh, nice. Another edit got me from 94 subs to 103 subs. Nice, man. You know, it always like feels super satisfying whenever something like that happens. Like
Stabilize.
oh, this is not the right team. Hang on. Well, I guess I could just use this team, sure.
This way through. Our bond is strong. Committed to memory.
Yeah, like when you can see, you know, like you see your viewer count, your viewership count like consistent. You're like, okay, this is good. I'm happy. And like all of a sudden, it just goes up, and now it's like 100 over your usual, and then you're like, oh, this is doing pretty good. And then like you check again a few hours later, it just keeps going and going. And you're like, oh. It feels awesome. It feels like you're doing the right thing. And it motivates you to keep doing it. Especially like, and it's even more satisfying if you actually did something different that time. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, even after hearing how it's pronounced. I mean, I know that I'm obviously very clearly saying it, like maybe not terribly wrongly, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong. I'm saying it wrong. But it's just it's like it feels like playing with darts to me, you know, like just playing with just by myself, right? And not playing with anybody, and just throwing darts at the board. And then like when I feel like, you know, obviously no one can tell me, oh, that was correct, I was right, that was not bad. Nobody can tell me that. So it's like if I feel like I did it right, then I'm like, oh, awesome. But like most of it, you know, kind of far from the bullseye. But hey, right? Isn't that why we? Like an example of this is like, okay, darts, pool. I don't have a pool table. Neither do I have, nor do I have a house that can even fit a pool table. But like whenever I can get my hands on a pool table, I just start playing pool by myself. and then I don't even care like if I do well. And I'm not gonna like super try hard. Like I'm gonna put a little bit of effort like into it to see if, you know, if like I actually know how to do it correctly. But then like if and then like, you know, shots don't make it, then I'm like, okay, sure. But then if a shot does make it, then I'm like, oh, cool. Which daily is quick and easy? Alright. We'll go here. Because that one was pretty quick too, but at least this one gives me drops. Went to sleep last night, expecting my edit to stay. I have 4 views, because that usually happens. Then I wake up. I can audibly gasp. Wow, you actually audibly gasp. I don't think I might have done that before. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've done that before. Maybe I just can't recall. But yes. Yeah, I know that feeling. It feels awesome. Oh no! The guy's shield and club are still here. How do I take these things to the afterlife? I sent your owners to the afterlife. I'm so sorry. Can't even say that word in my head. I'm stuck on Narts. I know, and like, and that's the thing though, is because I can just you know how like in basketball, you know, like I don't know, like if you're either like not very tall or can't jump very high or just not very good at basketball in general, and like you see a ring that's just not too high and you try to dunk it, but you can just almost dunk it, like it's just right there, and all it needs is just a like one of your best jumps ever, and then you could finally dunk. But then like no matter, like you've done it like 10, 15, 20 times and like it just hasn't happened yet, but it's right there. It feels like that, and that's why I like every time I see the word, I have to say it out loud. I can't not say it out loud. Still have not done any of the quests on my main account though, because I want to do it all on stream so that I'd have footage of it for potential future use. Okay, that was 3 weeklies, 3 bounties. Okay. Alright. Weekly bosses then. Nope. You know, I'm like, part of me is unsure about about Furina. I know she's good, but I think the problem is I just don't have any good teams that can take full advantage of her kit.
That divinity is mine.
Let's light it up.
Churn! Stabilize.
This way, pretty little.
Insignificant pest!
No touching.
Guy died to burning. There's a hey, what's up, Happy? Good to see you, man. How you doing?
1,000 eons.
I started quite late, I know.
To dominate.
I realized I had a few things to take care of. Just home stuff. But hey, at least I finally did it.
Burn to oblivion!
I've been skipping Monday streams very often in recent weeks.
Kneel!
Uh-oh, get away from these things.
Crumble! Solidify!
Apparently, I just finished the Archon quest. Wow, really? I'm very surprised that you didn't do it on day one. Like, you just always do it on day one.
Pain!
Like, maybe not day one, but like day one, day two. I'm very surprised that you just did
Good
it.
riddance, cruel world.
But hey, how was it? Like, did you play it like actually paying attention to it, or did you just skip everything?
Next on the agenda.
Not possible.
Grow.
This is probably one of the first like few times that I didn't just completely skip everything. Like, I actually paid attention to the quest. Like, not everything though. Like, I paid attention to the Archon quest. Like, mostly like the later 2/3 of it. Like, the first 1/3 of it, I was like, okay, just skip. But yeah, like, oh no, I'm a complete idiot. I didn't buy my thing yet. I don't want to wait 16 minutes in here. Oh, come on. Just to rub more salt in the wound. Great. Thank you. Brilliant. Skip as always. I only pay attention to the Traveler quest. Traveler quest. Really? I guess you're talking about these, right? Yeah. Just Traveler quests?
Every journey has its final day. Don't
I see. I'm sure I paid attention to like the story stuff like very early on.
This realm is
But the thing is, like, I never really paid attention to which ones were the Archon quests and which ones were just Traveler quests. Were Traveler quests. But the only Traveler quest I remember was the Carry Bear quest, like the one with the whole Carry Bear one. The one, you know, about Carry Bear. That was the only one that I remember paying attention to, at least like in recent history. So like most of it was basically ancient history. And I don't know, like, it was nice. It felt like, yes, we're like one step getting closer to getting the answers. Oh, hey, what's up, John Walker? What's up, Shane? Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you guys. How are you? But then it was also like, how do I explain this? It felt like it gave me something, but it just gave me a sniff of something, like just the sniff of it. Or at least like I was made known of the existence of something, but like it wasn't actually given to me. That's what it felt like. And I understand that they want to pace how quickly they're dribbling out this information to progress the story forward, and I understand that, because like obviously when they finish the story, then what? What's gonna happen to the game? There's no more story. I understand why, like, they want to keep it going for as long as possible, but I also don't want just the thought of something. I want the something. I really like the Archon quest this time, 4.2. How are you? I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm actually pretty happy this 4.2. A little disappointed with my pulls. It wasn't super good. It wasn't the worst pulls I've ever had, but it also wasn't like super lucky. But I understand. I'm just happy that it wasn't super bad.
Those that come across Leo.
Oh no. Can I do the thing here? Oh, I can't. There's no handbook thing here. Oh, this is only Act 1 of Genshin. Wait, what do you mean? Act 1 of Genshin? What does that mean? So did you get Furina? Oh yeah, of course. I said I would. I said I would absolutely get Furina, and she is, yes, she is the first Archon that I did not skip on her release date. And I even, even better, I wished for her on day 1, like when the banner dropped. Did I talk to Catherine yet? Why don't I remember talking to Catherine? That's weird. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. Okay. I'm at 70 pity, but still no Furina or Baizhu. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. But hey, you're getting closer, and we still have 2 weeks. Still got 2 weeks of the banner. So yeah, you still got time, man. Don't worry. We still got plenty of events coming. Also, who are you trying to get? Baizhu or Furina? Not much is very true, because Genshin may just continue afterwards beyond Tivat. Well, technically, the idea that Traveler isn't from this world does leave them to, leave them with that option in mind. Man, I can't... Wow, wait, I just had a thought. Could you imagine... Just had a thought. Imagine you download Genshin for the first time. Like, let's say, I hope that Genshin will still be around 20 years from now. Right? And if it is, then great. That would be awesome. But if Genshin is still alive and kicking 20 years from now, could you imagine, like, if they finished the story and then, like, the Traveler moves on to another world and then something happens again, something similar to what happened in Tivat, gets separated from his sibling again, or whatever new problem they have. But because it's another world, all of this is gone. Like, this map, no, we like basically start over in a new world, and then that update, whatever version that ends up being, is like, because the name of the game, wait, hang on, the Chinese name of the game is I believe it translates to Eternal God, I think. Okay, I guess the name wouldn't make sense, but unless if they somehow found a way to, like, write the story of that next game into something that makes sense with the Chinese name of Genshin. Right? Could you imagine, like, okay, 10 years from now, Genshin will be like 130 gigabytes on PC. Because, like, we have all the maps. We have, like, everything is released. Celestia, Shizhnaya, whatever other maps are out there. It's all been released. And Genshin's, like, 130 gigabytes on PC. And then, like, once the story ends, Traveler moves on to another world. The update changes Genshin from 130 gigabytes back down to 40 or 35 gigabytes on PC, because there's literally nothing. It's a new world. Your only map that's available is just, like, the beginning 1 or 2 cities or something. But then like they don't ask you to download a new game. It's just the next update. I wouldn't. Although I don't think. I don't know how that would play out. For like if it's in. Hang on, I'm trying to think. What about the new players though? The new players who aren't done with Tevat's storyline, how would that work for them? Could they just like somehow make it so that the new players don't need to like update to the new map yet? I think it would be weird because like we would be if they did it that way somehow. Then of course the banners would be of the new characters from the different world, and then like the old the new players are still playing in Tevat. I don't think it would work. Oh man, but that would be so cool. I think. Certainly hope that Genshin does continue on. Yeah, right? Like could you like imagine like some people have spent like probably $50,000 to $100,000 on Genshin, like some giga whales, and then like at some point, and at some point Genshin might go away, right? Like I mean, like I don't know. I certainly hope it doesn't, but imagine okay, it's certainly not unheard of for companies to like last forever. Like maybe not forever, obviously, but you know, like think of okay, what are some examples of like really old companies? They're typically like in like some of the industrial companies, right? The industrial companies like Philips, right? That's a pretty old company. AT&T. What else? Can't think of anything else. I think they're mostly like the industrial types of companies. Where is the is this the okay, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's make sure that this time I actually bought it. Yes, thank you. Oh no. Oh, you know what? Speaking of this interface, so this was way back then, like even before Inazuma came out. I started to think, because at the time I was still playing Genshin on my like thin and light laptop, literally a thin and light laptop, not a very powerful machine. So I was thinking of like ways, you know, that Genshin could have made it even more optimized for like lower powered devices. You know, people who play on like potato phones, or like me at the time, who was playing it on a PC that could just barely run it. Didn't Tecton spend like 500k? Really? Jeez. Okay, also, long time no see, Abby. How have you been, man? Did you complete the new act? I did on my other accounts, but not on this one yet. Hey, what's up, Shinrin? Good to see you, man. Yeah, that would be awesome, but like I'm trying to think of like how it would work. Happy. Yeah, because like there's like stuff that has to happen in real time, like the banners, and then like new players who are still on the Tevat arc would be just confused, like who's this character. They'd be like, okay, and also it would be weird, like you still have the Tevat characters, and then you're bringing them to the new world. Right? I think that would be weird. Like, wouldn't a new world have new rules in terms of like elements and stuff? So I think to do something like that, I think they would actually have to create a new game. Yeah, you know, sort of like Honkai Star Rail, right? Like, and there are actually references in Honkai Star Rail. There are references to Tevat. I remember like somewhere in I think it was in a museum or something. I don't know. I remember seeing a clip of it. It was some kind of museum or something. A clip of a glider from Genshin. And I think I also remember seeing a clip mention like stories from Tevat. Like they didn't like mention names, but like the sequence of events certainly seemed like events that happened here, like in the background lore of Genshin Impact in Tevat. Also, this boss fight, by the way, this boss fight got no chill. Like you enter and that's it, fight. I missed. I missed.
Gather.
Oh no. No, I didn't hit. Oh, I did. Okay, thank you. Thank you for staying long enough for me to hit you, man. Uh-oh.
Solidify.
Gotcha. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Geppaku. Here comes the catch.
Okay. Ah, the tail is still here. Can I just... Is it possible to just kill this thing without having to do the extra fight thing?
This is
Oh, you can!
gather.
Whoa, wait. I could have done it. If I just done it better. Where's the thing? Oh, that's it. That's it. Hey! I didn't need to do the extra fight. Awesome. Okay. I didn't know you could do that. I really thought it would be something like Magu Kenki, where he'd be just invulnerable for a moment, like, and you'd actually have to do the extra fight, or like Masanori. That's awesome. You could actually just completely skip it, just like with the Raiden Shogun fight. That's awesome. Great, I get to do I get to do this fight again. Man, what an idiot. It was like 10-ish minutes ago. I did this fight. I forgot I didn't buy my like teapot resin yet, and I didn't have 30 resin yet. What an idiot. Close to the end of Genshin Impact story preview, it shows Act Conria. Wait, what? Close to the end of Genshin Impact story preview shows Act Conria. Wait, where do you see this? Where do you find out this stuff? HOYO making another game. I mean, like, they're literally doing it as we speak. Yeah, some devs are literally lacking sleep right now making those new games. I want a story following the other twin 500 years ago. Oh, that would be awesome. Wait. That's actually, well, pretty smart. I was about to say genius, but I also just realized like that a lot of well-known IP in recent, like maybe in the past like 10 to 15 years have been doing things like that. But yeah, I honestly think it's pretty smart. Instead of like progressing a story forward, you are sort of because there's a lot of background lore in Genshin, right? There's a lot of background lore in Genshin, and we literally have another side of the story that's happening right now. So they could actually do something like that. Like, for example, Harry Potter, for example, right? Like the Fantastic Beasts story. Right, so instead of like moving the story forward like trying to see like the story of Harry Potter and their kids and Harry Potter and the team's like adult lives. Instead, they take us back.
Burn to oblivion!
I missed. Come on. Oh, I didn't miss. No. Ah! Come on. I messed up. I messed up. Brain's too slow.
Kneel!
Skill issue.
Reality is pain!
Furina on the Hu Tao team? Oh, not on the Hu Tao team? It's all on the official Genshin YouTube channel? Really? You know, I should really pay more attention to the videos that they release.
Solidify!
Ah, no, that was too early.
Cruel world!
Swap too early. I wasn't able to skip this
Let's light it up.
little animation.
Not possible.
Hey, it's not like I've done this fight in the last 5 minutes, right?
Born of ice and frost. No touching.
I was destined for more.
Furina not on the Hu Tao team. I mean, okay, well, the weird thing about Furina on a Hu Tao team is like so to take full advantage of Furina's buff, you want a really good like party-wide healer. So somebody like Jean, Scarlet, Mika, Yao Yao, whoever, right? Baizhu. Obviously not Yao Yao and Baizhu because like you'd end up with a lot of burning and stuff. But you get the point, right? Like really good team-wide healers. But then like you lose out on Hu Tao's passive, while you do get a lot more damage percent in return from Furina's buff. So it's like it is a damage increase, but like you're sort of like giving up something to get a little bit more of that same thing. So yeah, it does work. I don't know. Just so far, I haven't been able to come up with a team or like use a team, or I don't think I even have a team that can take full advantage of Furina's buff. Like either that or I just suck. Like I'm just awful at the game. Solo next weekly boss with level 40 Furina. I wish I were that kind of creator, man. I just don't have the patience for it. Jeez. Sorry, I have to go to sleep. I'm really sorry. We'll see you on the next stream. Bye. Oh, it's all right, man. Take care of real life first before some random dude on the internet. But hey, we appreciate you hanging out with us for a bit. Take care, man. Good night. Minus 30% damage plus 40% damage, right? Like it's it is an overall like buff, but like so okay. It does have some pros. So obviously, you have the minor team upgrade. Sure, that's obviously that's one of them. But the other one is also now you get to build a new team with a new rotation, and that's obviously, you know, fun factor there, right? The fun factor is there if you're into that type of stuff.
Solidify!
Let me weave you a book. Here comes the catch.
Gather.
Plus the fact that you actually have something to do, right? Like for example, when your account is like a bit old, and you have a bunch of characters already like really raised, really well invested in, and like you've got basically lots of different kinds of team archetypes to handle all different kinds of combat content. You feel like there's nothing else to do. There's no characters to raise. Like you don't even know what to do with your resin and stuff. So like doing something like that makes it so that now you're like, oh, I have to use this character. But then like, oh no, she's not raised. Okay, now you have something to do. Now you have something to actually use your brain in your like daily Genshin life. Like for example, me now, every time I log into the game, I don't just condense all my resin. I actually have to go fight world bosses because like I have to think, oh wait, who am I raising? Wait, how much more do I need of this and that? I actually have to go to the crafting table to do anything else, other stuff other than condensing resin. All right, bye John Walker. Take care, man. You can also run Marchese on Hu Tao with Furina, which might be her new best in slot artifact. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible because oh my god, wait. I think so because with Hu Tao, 4 Crimson Hu Tao. So while it is pretty good, but you're certainly not able to take full advantage of this. Like you get 1 stack, sure, and that's it. Shimenawa, is it gonna out damage Shimenawa? I think if you have Homa, I don't know. Like I know that crit damage also has a point of diminishing return, like at some point, because like especially once you really like try to stretch like your stats, and like really try and reach for that, you're gonna have to give up some stuff. Like you're gonna have to give up EM, HP, crit rate, or whatever, right? Like you have to give up some other stats to get more of crit damage to do bigger damage. Especially once you get to that point. Like I don't know if there is a point of diminishing returns. I'm sure there is, but I'm sure like the point of diminishing returns with crit damage is like really high. And it becomes obvious once you start sacrificing other stats to get more crit damage. But if you're not sacrificing other stats to get more crit damage, such as using Marichose, which is like you basically just get more crit damage because you are able to build more crit damage because you have crit rate from your artifact set. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure it'll definitely outdamage like 4 Crimson Hu Tao. Now the disadvantage there is like how conditional it is. Also, hey, what's up, Bozan? Long time no see. Hey, missed you too, man. Missed you too. How have you been? Everything okay with you? You haven't been here in quite a while. Okay, so while I am rambling, I'm going to do the Archon quest, or however many quests I can do in the background.
Get ourselves some answers.
And we're gonna switch Yelan to Fav. Oh, wait a moment. Can I R5 this now? Yes, I can. Thank you. Oh, no, not switch. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna do the Archon quest in the background while I ramble. Kinda same condition. Sorry, what do you mean? Same condition. The Marchese set is conditional, Oh wow, it's not down here. What an idiot. Okay. It is conditional, but so compared to something like the 4 Blizzard set. So it is conditional. The Marchese set is conditional. But with Furina, it just makes that condition so much more easier to fulfill than something like a 4 Blizzard set. Because with 4 Blizzard set, you have to have the right characters to do freeze to get the crit bonus. And at the same time, it has to be not the wrong enemies that you're fighting. Right? Because like if you're fighting like an electro slime, obviously you can't freeze that. Or if you're fighting a boss, then you can't freeze that. Like especially if it's a boss that has like like some armor on it and like always has like a certain element on itself, then at that point like your crit bonus that you were relying on isn't there, and now instead of like getting more stats, instead you're at a disadvantage because now you only have 35% crit or 45% crit rate instead of having 100, which you were expecting to have.
Please sign here.
I'm fine. Hoping same goes for you. Oh, I'm good, man. Like, I mean, you know, it's life. Like, just a lot of people are really struggling nowadays, and I'm happy. I'm healthy. My family's fine, and that's good. But yeah, everybody's sort of struggling nowadays. At least everybody I know. Yeah, life has not been easy in recent times.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two.
Yeah, what was with that earthquake?
Ah,
You can feel the power radiating off that R5 fab. Yeah, the freeze cryo meta thing is kind of dying. It is, yeah, because like of the type of enemies that they keep throwing at us in Abyss. Hey, what's up, Thriller? How you doing, man? Stream after so long. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm not exactly like the most active streamer out there because like, so because I'm too lazy to like upload normal videos, my YouTube channel doesn't exactly pay for itself. Like me streaming is actually an expense. Like even the ad revenue from streams, like they're not enough to pay for the electric bills and the internet bills that I'm like, the electricity that I'm using up. Like, because obviously when you're playing a video game and streaming, obviously your PC has to like use more power, right? And like that extra power that the PC is using up to stream and play a video game at the same time, right? Like right now, like while I'm streaming, YouTube ad revenue isn't enough to even pay for that. So it's actually an expense for me to stream, and like streaming for me is like more like I just want to play. I love this video game. I'm playing it, and it's even better that I get to hang out with people who also love this video game, and not just love this video game, but like I get to meet like random like people that have like different points of views, and I don't know. It's just cool. It's cool. Like I get to meet people from the comfort of my of my room. Chubby Risley. That's okay. Not gonna lie, he does look kind of chubby, like with all the with all the layers that he's wearing. Yeah, but yeah, like I'm not exactly the most active streamer out there.
all right.
Are you done with your...
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should
But
be the
mostly that's my fault because I'm not. Yeah, honestly, I could use the money, but like I just don't know.
most people would be capable of
I guess the thing is that Genshin,
It turns out that
because
I was
Genshin is not a new game.
Unfortunately, if the change in-
Like imagine like a new game. Like okay, like when Genshin was new, there was just so much content to like cover, right? Like guides and like everybody was sort of just discovering stuff about the game, and yeah, there was just content left and right. And I understand like if you're like a quote unquote content creator, You should just be able to create content, like just make content out of whatever. And sure, cool. Some really creative people can actually do that. But I guess the type of content that I could like think up of making is just not the type of content that I guess want to make.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
My nation, like it's like 5 cents per unit.
Just stay put. We're coming up.
$7 per 1 kilowatt hours. How much is it here? Hang on, I'm trying to think. I didn't.
My Desiree.
Hang on, I'm gonna go look up like an electric bill
He looks pretty
I got,
sad.
because I actually backed those up to Google Photos.
My leg. My leg. How could this have happened?
Just hang in there. Help.
7 cents, not $7. $7. My God, you better leave your country, man. If that's the case, jeez. Hang on. So is it per kilowatt hour? Okay, yeah, it is per kilowatt hour. Let me see. How many cents is this? How many cents is this? I gotta convert this. Okay. PHP, USD. Let me see. 13. Okay, so in my city, it's 24 cents, like USD, right? 24 cents per kilowatt hour. And the electricity, the rate has actually gone down, like in the past few months. So I'm gonna go and look at an older bill where the electricity was just went nuts. Like the electric rate just went crazy a couple of months ago. Hang on. Okay, it's not this one, I believe.
Every journey has its final day.
Oh, okay. This was like the month that it just went. The electric rate just went stupid. Okay, so when was this? This was January. Okay, January 2023. The electric rate over here was 30 cents. Like this is USD. 30 cents per kilowatt hour. Yeah, think about that. 30 cents per kilowatt hour. It's so stupid. Like and my okay, I used to not have like much issue with that, right? Cuz like just use less electric stuff, right? Sure, right? Like most people here use a gas stove like instead of an electric stove because it's just so much cheaper, right? Like LPG is just so much cheaper than electricity. Sure. And like maybe don't use the AC too much, even though it's like you actually do need to use the AC more because it's just so hot. It's a tropical country, man. Like you certainly want to use your AC as often as you can.
He's wounded.
He fell.
Internet is so cheap in India. Also, electricity gets waived every now and then. What? Really? That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, that never happens here.
The rushing water seemed
5 cents per kilowatt hours, jeez. We produce our own hydropower, and it is sufficient for our nation. We export. Wow, you even export electricity? That's awesome. Is only national business
It was quite frightening.
that is in profit. Well, the problem with electricity here is
Any way we can help.
Thank you.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
now, as far as I understand, I think
We've got a situation here.
it's private.
Ah,
Yeah, I think most of it is private,
sorry.
but
I need
because
to go for now.
I think it is private for a reason, so that the politicians can like ask for kickbacks.
Okay. The wounded, of course, traveler.
either that or the leaders of these private electrical organizations can, like, because they make so much money, they can literally use that to fund getting into politics. And then once they're into politics, then that's when the other politicians start asking for kickbacks. So it's just full circle. That it comes comes back full circle. No matter which way you go, politics is like the end game. Where I am, like, no matter what your career choice is. Maybe if you're into programming, then your end game is not to be here. Like, your end game is to either go abroad or just work from home, and like do programming that way. That's your end game. Either that or like you just you go local, but like you start a business. You start like a local business that has to do with programming. That's sort of your end game. But as for every other career choice, like anything, no matter how professional it is, whether it's law, whether it's even medicine, like even doctors, their end game is like politics. Is where the actual money is at. Might be a weird question, but have you ever thought of killing an NBC? I think you mean NPC, right? Because in Genshin, because the way they talk to Paimon. No. I actually never really paid attention to how they talk to Paimon. But no. Yeah, no.
That makes sense.
In India, 1 unit costs 4 cents. Oh, man. That's actually... That's cheaper than Canada, I think.
Seriously, but I'd really prefer not
Although
to
that was
talk
in
about
Canadian
stuff.
dollars, so I don't know how much that would have been in
What do you mean
US
by
dollars.
saving me a
But
trip?
I think that's even cheaper than in like in Canada. Like I only know this because like Linus and Jake, from LTT, mentioned it in one of their videos like a few months ago.
By the way, you can have a look
I
at this.
don't remember where they're from. I
It's
think
okay.
they're from District of
Overall
Columbia. I'm not
outcome
sure.
Indicates that the cost.
Right, Melusin.
Because I remember them saying like
Oh,
13
seems
cents,
you've become
like
more
Canadian
eloquent
cents.
in the time since we last met.
My country private firms should sell electricity to the government, and government sell the citizens at a cheaper rate. Yeah, but then like okay, here's the thing. In the Philippines,
We were already in the area in any case.
okay, I think I should establish
My
this.
subordinate.
Corruption in the Philippines, obviously corruption everywhere, right? No matter where you are, even if you live on Mars, corruption is illegal,
I've never.
right? Illegal. It's not legal.
You're one.
Of course.
But in the Philippines, it is illegal,
By the way,
but
traveler,
it's
Paimon,
normal.
One more thing. That is a traveler.
It's normal.
You and
I'm
I
not
both know
happy
that there
about
may
it,
be issues with the
but it's
Algae
normal.
Sea.
It's
Indeed,
actually normal.
during some
Everyone
judging
knows
by
about
my
it.
people and
So
Everyone
I
knows
wanted to
who
lineage
is
it,
corrupt
which is
and
why I
who.
want to give you
No,
this
there's
task.
nobody's
The
not
House of the
corrupt.
Heartsmiths see each other as family, but
Everybody
many
knows
others
who
only
is
see
corrupt,
that
and
they
nobody
also
knows
see
anyone who
unsure.
isn't corrupt. There you
The
go.
intel
excuse me, but
And
you wish to join?
okay. So the in many countries where corruption isn't a normal thing, the way that the money flows is, okay, businesses, employees, basically everyone that pays taxes, all their taxes go to the government, right? Either going locally and or nationally. Sure. Now, locally, they will at some point have to like give that to national, and then at some point, whenever they need money, the local government has to ask money from the national government to fund their projects or whatever. And okay, sure, that does happen. And the problem with it is, okay, obviously, again, corruption happens at every level. And so that money obviously goes into their pockets. The thing is, that money actually doesn't just go into their pockets. It somehow makes its way back to the people. Like, I'm not even kidding. In most countries that where corruption isn't normal, it ultimately does end up in the people's hands, right? Like, it either makes it to the people's hands in the form of good services or healthcare. What else? Yeah, many other I guess, yeah, services, right? Either good services, like, I don't know, good roads, good like cheaper everything, right? Cheaper electricity, cheaper water, yeah, basically all of that. Here, all of that is like, it doesn't come back to the people that way. It comes back to the people on election day. It comes back to the people during elections, when they literally bribe everyone, and it's like, it's so blatant too. Like, they're not even hiding it. Like, they're pretending to hide it is what's happening. They're pretending to hide it by saying, "Oh, these are like food packages for all the people. Food packages this is for Christmas, because, like, you know, this is basically like us giving you like Christmas stuff from the goodness of our hearts, and then, like, here's a little cash, you know, to go along with it. And by the way, vote for us." So at some point, yes, it does make it back to the people's hands. Unfortunately, because it is done that way, obviously people would have gotten a lot more if it was done properly. If the system was allowed to work as it should have been, everybody would have gotten a bigger, a better, you know, a more even slice of the pie, instead of one group of individuals deciding who gets how much of the pie. What am I doing? Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, excuse me. Let's not talk about it. This stream may be demonetized. I mean, okay. What would YouTube's reason be for demonetizing a video by talking about corruption? I mean, I've yet for something like that to happen. But, like, I'm curious, though. Like, what... Okay, some YouTubers that I'm subscribed to that have gotten, like, videos demonetized and stuff. So, so there's this one channel that just talks about, like, government. No, not government. Like, it does talk about governments and stuff, but mostly talks about, like, controversies and stuff, like violence stuff, like clashes between police and, like, the people and stuff, and, like, it's just constantly talking about stuff like that, and they constantly get their videos demonetized. Also, what in the world? I just dropped into the water. I'm not allowed to go in there? I can't just climb out? Well, I guess I appreciate the teleport. And I guess thank you for not taking my energy. At least I still have all my bursts. We're talking about general stuff, not hating someone or something in particular. Yeah. I like, and that is I'm sure YouTube could find a way to, like, I don't know, give us a reason, give me a reason to, like, demonetize this stuff, like hate speech, whatever. Especially, like, I don't know, like, maybe because of my tone, but, like, because I'm sort of just talking about it as if, you know, like how, let's say, I don't know, like, I'm just out there in the street, like, maybe just sitting at a bench, sitting on a bench at the park, and I don't know, so somebody just so happened, like, I just so happened to get into a conversation with some stranger. That's sort of the way that I'm talking about it. Like, I'm not saying, like, I hate anyone or whatever, or that, like, they deserve to die, whatever. I'm stating facts, I guess, is what I'm saying. Small talk. Basically every theorist, exactly. Talking about government can hurt, so yeah, but then like I'm also, at least in the very least, I'm talking about a government that is hardly tech savvy. Is, yeah, I think the word is the appropriate words. I'm talking about a government that is hardly has any online presence. The best, like the most online presence that they have is just uploading
These are some flower seeds that I-
uploading footage, like videos, pictures, videos and pictures of the progress of their projects.
Very well.
Yeah, and basically like just showcasing all the good stuff that they've done.
Why are there so few people around here?
That's basically most of their online presence. And like when it comes to, I don't know, like blocking or censoring anything, no, like I've never ever heard of a case like that. Like, okay, literally anyone with a proper internet and like any hacking skills could probably hack any
Enter to attendance
Philippine
with her.
government website.
Goodness.
like,
Everyone's
And
finally
probably
here.
would not expect to even be traced back, unless if they were just absolutely stupid or just made it so obvious or didn't even like clean up after themselves. Or I don't know, you hack a Philippine government website from your bedroom and you don't even spoof your IP, like you don't do any basic like cleaning up after yourself. Sure, they could track you that way.
What kind of place do they think
But
this is?
if you're like anyone who has any
My dear
like
Miss Snow,
knowledge
it's all here
to hacking,
know
anybody
you
could
have
do
to
it. Like
YouTube
there's,
not only you-
I
Yes.
in my opinion, I think there's very little regard given to security on like Philippine websites. There's just not much to gain from it.
Why are they laughing?
Wait just a moment. This isn't right.
I tried to dip it in water, see if any of my Fontaine characters would dissolve.
Our conclusion
What?
is very clear and unanimous.
I tried to dip it in water.
Judge her now.
That's funny.
Navia. You're
Wait, that's all right. I mean, just put it in rice. Rice fixes everything, right?
Exercise my right to defend Our Lady.
She was born of
Her action, please.
Hey,
stop
just
us.
As in-
you accidentally put your Fontaine character into water. Just put it in rice. It's fine.
Even if everything
This is why you need Furina, guys, to never fall in the water again. Wait, Shane, the problem with that too is if your skill is active, when you fall, because you don't fall into the water, you will just fall onto the water. And like she just dies. Because you don't fall into the water, you fall on the water, you just go splat.
Anything that's Sakurina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolie,
I've touched AR32 today and got
Mr.
Fischl.
Chevalier.
Oh, nice, nice.
Earlier.
Fischl is a very good addition to your account, actually, Thriller.
I don't want
Um,
to admit it,
So
but they're all dead.
your account might be still rather limited in terms of team building options, but in the long run, Fischl is a very good addition to any account.
You possibly hope to stand against the collective. Do not resist. This judgment is fair.
Could you imagine? Oh my god, wait. IRL, imagine this. IRL, you have Furina's skill. Like, you're able to walk on water. Right? Imagine this. You're at the swimming pool. You're on, like, the higher, like, I don't know, like a 10-foot diving board. A diving board 10 feet off the ground. And you're on a diving board 10 feet off the ground. You forgot that your skill is active, so you can actually walk on water, and like you forgot your skill's active, and you just dive
Come
off.
on now, demoiselle.
You just dive off the diving board,
I couldn't resist making.
and
one
instead
little
of diving
joke.
into the water, now somebody's gonna have to call 911.
Silver.
Quickly.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Right? Either 911 or somebody's gonna have to call the morgue.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
while I think walking on water. Wait, how has nobody done a Naruto reference yet? Has anyone done a Naruto reference yet to in regards to Furina and Kokomi walking on water?
I always...
Please come.
I've never seen anyone reference Naruto in that regard before.
Neverlet, are you okay?
Oh, I am.
Why do you look... Oh, Paimon.
I'm merely. Ah, Siege.
No way.
I see.
Can somebody make a short of
Thank
that?
you.
Somebody more creative than me.
Oh, no.
I would love to, but I'm not. I would just absolutely butcher that joke. Today I'm thinking to do a damage showcase. Oh wait, really? With who?
Sorry to have kept you all waiting.
What
like
team?
that. I'm feeling much better.
Oh
now.
wait, was there a chest?
I guess we should get going again.
Oh no, because it's not over yet. Also, why? Okay, navigation's up.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Not sure which character. That's exactly how I feel actually. Like about Furina, right? Cause like like when Furina came out, I finally understood what her kit does. I was like, oh, that's so cool, so much damage percent. Like, and then I started thinking of teams, like what teams I can put her in. And then, oh, cool, she would work really well with Hu Tao. And then I start thinking about like I start actually thinking about the no. Okay. I think we're fine. Haha. That's why you should bring Zhongli and Kazuha everywhere.
Watch out! There are not guards over here!
It's I start thinking about like completing the team, and I'm just always met with, oh, you gotta switch this character. Oh, you gotta switch this character with this. Oh boy, here we go. With this character, that character. You gotta switch their artifact set. You gotta switch their weapon. Okay, what's the rotation gonna be like? It's gonna be like this, and that, and you're like, okay, wait, I can't make this happen. And it's just been very confusing for me.
Almost at the top. Keep it up!
I haven't been able to actually make a team that can just take full advantage of Furina.
Stabilize.
And that was actually why I was having second thoughts before pulling for Furina. I mean, she's a very good character, honestly. Like, especially the fact that just having her makes it so that you could make anyone use the Marchose set, and you basically give them a universal version of the 4 Blizzard set. I'm so excited for Hyper Bloom. Which character? I need to start it. Basically any character that has off-field dendro application. So in your case, in case you don't have, I'm sorry, I don't remember your team, by the way. Your available characters. So in your case, that might be Collei or Dendro Traveler. Maybe even Yao Yao. Yao Yao not very good, but she does have off-field dendro application, but very single target. And she does have really good on-field dendro application, but like it's for a very short time. I think it's like 4 seconds. Yeah, it's very short. Very short. She also has incredible healing. Basically, the best characters to do Hyper Bloom with are Raiden Shogun and where is she? Kuki Shinobu. And who else? And some copium some copium options would be Lisa and Dory. Let's see.
Ta-da!
I should be in oh no, I can't open character archive. I'm in a domain. Yep, I can't. Okay. Can't open character archive. But yeah. So Razor's pretty good for Hyper Bloom, but again, a little harder to build him because you need like a lot of energy recharge on him. and because it's a little like the big disadvantage is if you're fighting the type of content where you have multiple waves of enemies. Oh, actually, it's fine. Never mind. It's fine. Like if as long as your Dendro applicator is off field, so somebody like Dendro Traveler or Collei, or even let me think, Kave. No, not Kave. Wow, I hardly have any Dendro characters. Okay, or a Baizhu maybe. Yeah, basically anyone who has like good off-field Dendro application that doesn't need you, like in Nahida's case, you need to swap to Nahida for like a second to put Dendro on everybody, and then they'll just keep having Dendro on them for like 25 seconds, I think. Yeah, 25 seconds. That's really long. And with Nahida, Razor and Cyno just feel awful to play if you're fighting combat content where enemies are squishy, like they're easy to kill, they have low HP, and they come in multiple waves.
Looks like we've reached the end.
But and for that kind of content, Dendro Traveler and or Collei or somebody like Baizhu is just better.
Turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Collei, Dendro Traveler, yeah. Only Dendro. So fish. Okay, so yeah, obviously I'm talking about the Dendro. The Dendro side. As for the Hydro side, it could be like basically anyone that has off-field Hydro application. The nice thing about Hyper Bloom is because you have Electro, Dendro, and Hydro characters. So in the case that you don't have very fast Hydro application, or you don't have enough Hydro application, then you just end up with Quicken. Yeah, you just end up with a Quicken team, and the nice thing about Quicken is if they're built with decent crit ratios, then it will still do pretty good damage. Compared to Burgeon teams. So Burgeon itself does AoE, and it has a bigger multiplier than Hyper Bloom. Disadvantage of it is, so you do a lot of self-damage, and whenever your rotation gets messed up, or some enemies don't get, like if your Hydro applicator is single target, but you're fighting in AoE. So somebody like Xingqiu or Yelan, you're only applying Hydro to 1 or 2 enemies at the same time. Or sorry, what? 1 or 2 enemies at a time. But you're applying Pyro and or Dendro in AoE. So you're just putting burning on everybody else, and you're only doing Burgeon on that one character. Well, again, I guess it doesn't matter that much because like Burgeon itself is AoE, so you're still doing damage to like most of the enemies around you, but you're also doing damage to yourself. And if you're doing burning on like all the other enemies that are like basically trying to hug you, imagine hugging like a dozen burning people, and that's literally what's gonna happen. Literally what's gonna happen. You're going to burn yourself a lot with it, and yeah, burning just doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah, it does a lot of damage to you, but not to the enemies. Yeah, so again, this is not me trying to say that you shouldn't go for Burgeon. I'm just stating the advantages and disadvantages of Burgeon and Hyper Bloom.
Oh, that voice. Is that?
Furina has pretty good off-field. Yes, she does actually have pretty good off-field Dendro application. Or sorry, Hydro application. Especially because she also has AoE. Right? Like the crab has really good AoE. It doesn't attack very often, but it has really good AoE. And so what was it again? The seahorse and the squid. So I think the squid was like the one that had a smaller AoE that it also attacked slower, but not the slowest. But it attacks slower, but also has some AoE. And I think it's the seahorse that's like single target that attacks the fastest. Burning is so bad. It is, because like number one, it doesn't even do that much damage to enemies, and it kills you. Navia is too good looking. She is, I think. And I love that they've sort of made her the
What I can tell, I'm afraid that on
the center for
Yeah, of
drama.
course.
I mean, nothing against her, right? Because a lot of bad things really have happened to her, and she's like, I think she's been the one who's cried the most in recent, like in 4.0,
Tend to my own business.
4.1. I don't remember what happened in 4.1. I don't think she was in 4.1. Was she? I don't remember. No, I don't remember what happened if she was in 4.1. And in 4.2. In 4.2, actually, wow, what happened to her was terrible. That was awful. They've done her so bad in lore. Now I just hope they don't do her bad. Yeah. They've done her so dirty in lore, but I just hope they don't do her dirty in like gameplay and stats. Official Dendro, Traveler, Collei, and Furina, healing issues. Yeah, your problem then will be healing. So I don't think you have Yao Yao, right? If you have Yao Yao, then problem solved. If you have Yao Yao, like actually problem solved. Especially if you can somehow manage to give her enough energy recharge so that you can burst every rotation.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet it is not my... Look at this.
You need...
We did not arrive in time to avert
Also,
this disaster. And I will not have it happen again.
In the 4.2 Archon quest, I'm surprised no one has referenced what was that anime? What was that anime in regards to Furina not being able to tell anyone?
Seriously?
ReZero?
But
Yeah, ReZero.
The second of...
I don't.
Oh, I like the sub. Oh, hey, thank you, Nilla Wafer.
I understand.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Forgive me for saying this.
Yeah, how has no one referenced ReZero in reference to Furina not being able to tell anyone? Right? She's literally... What's his name? I'm sorry, it's been a while.
We do not.
Subaru, I think is his name, yeah. Is that his name, the main character? I'm surprised no one has referenced ReZero. One guy from India is doing 24-hour live stream, continuously playing Genshin, on the occasion of Diwali. Wow, really? Jeez. 24-hour stream.
Normally, people... We will need to...
I think that's dangerous. Right? Like, I'm sure everyone on the internet, or at least who spends a decent amount of time on the internet, I'm sure has heard of like some of those horror stories of some streamers going, like, just having health issues occur on stream while doing marathons. What is it called? Subathon, I think is what they typically call it. I'm a girl, by the way. Oh yeah, I can tell by your name, Nila. I'm sorry. I guess I should explain. I actually just refer to everyone as man, or like dude or bro, because I don't know. Like I guess it just makes it to me. It makes it feel like I'm treating everyone equally. I don't know. Like I'm sure everyone, like I'm sure some people might disagree. I'm sure you might even disagree with me on that.
Well, oh, come now.
But yeah, it just makes me feel like I'm treating everybody equally.
This is a...
I see.
He is glad that you...
But hey, the fact that you're here, I'm assuming you also play Genshin, right, Neela? If you do, how are you enjoying 4.2 so far? He's also doing 5 to 6 Welkin Moon giveaways. Oh wow. Okay, well I guess that means YouTube is more than paying for itself, at least for him. So good on him, man. I'm happy for him.
What about you, Monsieur Navi... That
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
think
But I do have one-
really long streams like that are dangerous
We
because like
wanted to kill the prey in
so
one strike.
I know that
We
on
would need a
Twitch
powerful implement.
some people
However,
do
that also goes
subathons and
Only a hunter.
If our means
they
of capturing and
don't
dealing with our
really
prey is to- but we shall
stream the
require
whole
much more-
time.
Oh.
I've seen streamers just like they still like follow their normal like daily schedule, but like except that maybe like some of them like some of the stuff they might take away, like they might take a day off on other stuff. I don't know, like paying bills and stuff. But then like their normal like sleep time, they would still go to bed and like their stream would just be on. Like they would they would literally be just watching. People watching would literally just be watching somebody sleep. I mean, like not I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. No, actually, you know what? I am actually saying that there's something wrong with that. I think what's wrong with it is like I guess I understand that people just want to support their creators, their favorite creators and stuff, but like you're literally watching a person sleep. And they're not providing any value in terms of entertainment. And there you are spending your time just literally watching some random person who will probably never ever even know your name. Just watching them sleep. Like I'm sure I get it. Like if you watch your loved ones sleep all the time, sure, no problem. But those are people that actually matter to you.
With your own. Just as other things. I believe that you.
I've been loving
understand
4.2.
ultimately-
I also play Honkai Star Rail. Oh, awesome. I actually, I don't play Star Rail because like I just don't like turn-based games, and because in Genshin I have 3 accounts, I just don't have the time, and because all my 3 accounts are like really
See, I've walked in on some lively
well invested in, and like I've just sunk in so much time into all of them, I just can't bring myself to give up on any of them.
Goodness gracious. She said that the Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary, but their abilities. Well, it's not like yes, perhaps it
He doesn't do it very often. He streams like you do. Just a new channel.
I see.
Just got monetized. They're celebrating Diwali. Oh wow, that's wait. New channel. Okay. Either he's just doing really well because like he's actually, working hard, not like me, or he is doing it as a form of like investment into his YouTube channel. Because like at some point like in the past I did think about just doing giveaways like every single stream, and like for like I would just decide that I would just decide to like sink a lot of money into the channel, hoping that people would come for giveaways and then they would stay for me. That was like something that crossed my mind before I even started streaming online. And I think I could still do something like that. I mean, like, no, maybe not could, but it is still something that I could do, like, provided that I can actually afford to. But because I can't afford to, so no. Losing every 50-50, be like, oh no. Happy, man. Don't be like that, man. I know you've had your luck has been rough in Star Rail, but hey, look at your luck in Genshin, man. You've had so much luck. You've been so lucky in Genshin. I think Paimon watches asleep. She probably does. Does she even sleep? I highly doubt she sleeps.
One slice of cake, please. Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais
I
Mermoni.
got Topaz and Nami on my first day of playing.
That's right.
I heard the name Topaz. I think I've seen like a few recommendations from YouTube, and like with where thumbnails are like of Star Rail, like with the name Topaz in the title. But I don't think I've heard Nami.
Oh, you know Siege. I
I sure did.
Yeah, I apologize. I just don't know anything about Star Rail at all.
And there she goes. All right.
The fact Twitch once banned sleep streams. Wow, they did? Well, I mean, it's not that some streamers are literally turning on the stream and then going to bed, but like some streamers that do subathons or like stream, I don't know, do really long streams. They just also like some of them like don't, and I understand I'm actually happy that they don't sacrifice their health for like just to stream. And while it's cool and all to hear that, wow, he's sacrificing for his community, for his viewers and stuff, but you're also, it's just, I don't know, I just think it's not very smart. Like maybe if you're trying to, if that is the type of content you're trying to do, but at least you should have at least some medical staff on hand. If you're like a bigger creator and can like afford to just have a nurse or just somebody to make sure that you're fine, your health is fine, right? Like if you're a bigger creator who could afford to just have somebody be there, you know, or like medical staff like on rotation, like while you're streaming, then sure. But I still think it's just, wow, I don't know. Maybe when you're young it's a little less risky. But the thing is too is maybe you think you're perfectly healthy, but then like you don't know like who might have some underlying like medical conditions that they've never known about, and like because you're pushing your body so much, there it is. Now you know you actually have something.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing.
Maybe for once Ether should be the one watching Paimon sleep. That'd be creepy. I mean, like technically parents do watch their babies sleep, and Paimon was once referred to as a floating baby, so I guess that wouldn't be that creepy. Sure. I've heard that a girl who earned pretty good doing sleep streams only. What? Okay, I'm not even surprised that people literally like do sleep streams. Like turn on the stream. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. And then wakes up, turns the stream off. Bye, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm not even surprised. Like, okay, I'm not even surprised because like, look how stupid the internet's become. People literally doing. And what was that thing? What was that thing that people were doing? NPC streams, I think. I think that's what it's called. I think it was called something else, but like people literally acting like NPCs, and that's it. That's the entire stream. They don't do anything else.
And as Minerva, it would be Paimon thinks. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up too. Cool, huh?
I got both these new characters, Scarlet and Furina. Wait, you got Furina too? Oh, nice. Wait, Furina's actually a pretty good healer. Well, she does need a decent amount of investment. Because she's an attack scaling healer, she will need a decent amount of investment. But if you just need her to heal, then just give her enough energy recharge so that you could use her burst like as often as you could. You could make it so that you could use her burst more often, and like give her some attack because her healing scales off of attack. Is Dia from Sumeru Deserts, lol.
That's Furina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Oh, I thought you typed double S like deserts. Okay, deserts. Yes, she is actually from the desert. She is, I guess, a mercenary. Mercenary? Yeah, mercenary. There you go. Yeah, she is. She is actually, well, I don't think it's stated where she lives, but I'm sure she grew up in the desert. She is a mercenary after all. I think I know why she earns so much. What? Why? Some others just bark and stuff too. Ah, man. Okay.
Quick, we have to.
What does Furina burst do? Okay. So Furina's burst gives everyone on the team a damage percent buff based on how much everyone's on the team's HP goes up or down based on the percent of HP that everyone's HP on the team goes up or down. And that's why Furina's skill drains everyone's HP. Because if you put a healer in the team, well, okay, that's at least one half of what gives everyone the more of a damage buff from Furina's burst, right? Is draining the HP, and well, obviously you don't want everybody to die, so you're gonna have to put a healer in there for everyone. So yeah, there you go. There's the other half of like getting more from Furina's damage percent buff by increasing by draining / healing more HP.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Well, there's no.
Yeah.
How to get frogs in Genshin Impact? What? I don't think I've ever actually farmed for frogs. I mean, you know me, man. I don't really ever use food. And I guess what I do is like I sort of just pick up anything that I come by, including frogs, butterflies, anything. I've never really been in a situation where I've needed any of them. But that's sort of how I farm them. Like I just pick it up whenever it's there. Even lizards, butterflies, frogs. Speaking of just barking, barking and stuff too. There are so many big streamers nowadays have sort of just turned to just what do people call it? Reaction streams, and not even just streams. Like people actually just upload videos of them reacting to other videos. And there's been so much controversy around this topic online because while okay, so
Do not forget, however.
hang
that-
on, I'm trying to think of a good example.
As your
Okay, a channel
you will
like
have the opportunity to defend your
You would draw your.
okay, Corridor Crew, right? I don't know which channel it is. Like for some reason, I watch it every weekend,
Seems like you have
and I just can't remember like which of their channels it's on. Yeah, a channel like Corridor Crew, they have this like React video. Like they upload a React video every weekend, every Friday, I think.
seem that there has
And it's
I
not
raise
just
my
them.
hands,
Like it
am
started
sorry
off as
to
them
have-
reacting to VFX. It's basically because they're VFX artists, right? So basically VFX artists reacting to VFX.
Applaud,
That's
mark my
that's how they
words.
started.
This shall be one of
And then
the
at some
most
point it got
exhilarating and
really
brilliant
big
shows
that they've
ever
literally
graced
had
the
like
stage
some
of fun.
people who have worked on some of the most iconic stuff in Hollywood.
Alright, then.
Like people who like animators who literally worked on Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Is that
Now they have like animators react, stuntmen react, etc. Like it's different every weekend. And so at least like in their case, they point out
also,
like
please just
they
come
add so
and-
much more to the video, right? Like we're not just like watching their faces and watching somebody else's video at the same time. They add so much more like information about like how something might have been done. They also add their own content, like of them like maybe trying to guess how something was done. And in their case, like occasionally they have like these really special guests who actually worked on certain shots.
That's right.
Certain shots that of the movies and or TV shows or whatever that they're reviewing at the time, and actually explains it, and it's literally now their content.
You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss. before
Sniper wolf,
revealing
basically.
yourself as my
Oh my god, wait, I can't, I'm not gonna read that out loud. She's been in the middle of
The stage is already set. So there's
quite
no
a
reason to
few
disappoint the audience.
skirmishes. Yeah, skirmishes on the internet.
Madam Prosecutor,
And it's not even
please
just
allow me to
because
have
of like
this as
React
a-
stuff.
Charlotte wanted to
Just
give
I
us
don't know.
Oh, so she's let Paimon
Just controversy. Like she's just that. Like maybe I don't think it's her. I'm sure it's partially her, but I think it's also like partially the type of people that are that she maybe not that she surrounds herself with, but like the type of people that are either attracted slash repelled by her.
It is only. That's true.
Yeah, you know, like when you're a certain type of person, you certainly like get the attention of a certain type of people, and like other types of people just sort of don't care about you at all.
Furina. Lady Furina.
I plead, there is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine.
He was earning $2 million a month by doing sleep streams and OF. Wait, what's OF?
Many of the members of the audience have known me
$10,000 to
as the
$15,000 per
Archon.
sleep stream. Jeez.
If you wish. And well,
And yeah, so I don't know if anyone caught that like about 20-30 minutes ago. I said the internet's gotten stupid. And yeah, I do actually stand by that. And so I don't know if you guys have seen this movie called Idiocracy. It's not very old, but it's also not new. I think it's like 5-10 years old now, maybe 15 even. I remember watching it for the first time when I was in college, I think. Either like late high school or fresh college. And basically the main idea is that it shows a future, a potential future. It's like, it is a comedy. It's supposed to be a comedy, and it is actually kind of funny.
Lady Furina. I believe
But
I was
it also
wonderful.
showcases an actual potential future for humanity, where everybody's basically just idiots. Like everybody just gets like the world is just stupid. We are at some point humanity is using something akin to Gatorade to water plants because quote, it's got electrolytes. And like there are no crops anymore because like obviously plants can't just grow on on energy drinks. Or sorry, not energy drinks, but electrolyte drinks, or what is Gatorade? It's not an energy drink, right?
Tell me then. If
Electrolyte drink? What is it even called? I don't know. Alright, obviously plants want water, like normal water. And the only in the movie, it's funny that every time somebody mentions water, everybody just says water, like in a toilet. Toilets are literally the only use of water in that world.
I brought some seawater from Poisson. So, if we are to believe
RJ Yalan showcase team. I mean, well, I don't think it's well. Yeah, so I am sort of showcasing Yalan, but like mostly because it's efficient. I'm doing quests. Whenever I'm doing quests, I'm expecting to be running around very often, and most of my time is going to be spent on skipping dialogue and running around, going from here to there, wherever wherever they ask me to go to. And well, I would prefer running a team that saves me the most time on any of those. Obviously, there's no team in Genshin ever that will speed up dialogue skipping. I can't do anything about that. But I can do something about running around. And in my case, that would be Yelan and Sayu. And Sayu plus Kazuha equals Animal Resonance, which is faster running, lower stamina consumption. Right? So it's just win-win. And in Zhongli's case, he's my shielder, so that I don't have to worry about having to level up Sayu, so I actually have a decent healer. I don't need the healing because I have Zhongli, and Zhongli is a tall male character who has a faster sprinting animation. Oh yeah, okay, Thriller, you're a new player, right? So tall male characters actually have a faster and longer sprint animation than other character model types. Explain this Fontaine drama in 2 lines. I'm so sorry, by the way. I've seen that message like from 5-10 minutes ago, but I was rambling. So I don't think I can. I'm sorry, man. I wish I was smarter. Do people giving away subs and money to sleep streamers? Yeah, that's sort of the world now. Maybe not all the money, but a lot of the money going from. Again, I can't say that this is
We shall now turn to.
I can't say that this is definitive of everyone, but just in general and like on average, money going from not very smart people
According to the
to more not very smart people.
Well, what's wrong?
No.
Isn't that
However, to be punished.
That's actually the one and only.
Furina's
This outcome is
Furina Saj. Yeah, I mentioned this I think in my last stream. Yeah, I mentioned this, like I actually couldn't help it. I actually shed a tear for Furina.
Is the trials Fremine?
Because I paid attention to the Archon quest. Well, at least in one of my in my first run through of it. Obviously, I'm not gonna pay attention to it every single time I run through it. I already know the story. This is actually my 4th time doing the Archon quest, but I paid attention to it, and I actually shed tears for Furina. It was a.
In truth,
I don't know.
okay?
It was depressing, basically, is what she had to go through. I can't imagine somebody living through centuries of pretending to be somebody that you're not, and just every single day, just constantly that fear of being found out, just nagging at the back of your mind, every single day, thinking, oh no, I'm gonna get found out. I'm gonna get found out that I'm not the Archon, and I'm just pretending, and I'm lying, and I don't have a plan to save everyone.
We know from
I think this one's here. Hey, I remember. I still remember. I'm not old yet. Haha.
it's not the
No. Okay. Well, 3 out of 4 is not bad. Alright, 3 out of 4 is not bad. Surprised not burning your head. I mean, well, I'm mostly doing it just in the background. Like while I'm working, I would just have the dialogue playing in the background. And then in the middle of class, I would just alt tab to Genshin, see if I have to click on dialogue to keep it moving forward. But yeah, I'm just mostly doing it
Let's hear them.
how would I describe it?
Incredible.
In the background, yeah.
Indeed.
Do you play any mobile game? Well, technically Genshin is a mobile game. So, but no. I actually don't play mobile games anymore. I used to play COC, Clash of Clans. Used to play it really seriously too. I actually literally had a clan of nobody else except me. I was literally joining clan wars with just by myself. I would I would actually be running. How many players did you need in a clan war again? I think it was minimum 10. I think Yeah, I would actually be
the beauty and romanticism of human beings.
playing
To
with,
have those experiences
I
for
think,
themselves.
6
However,
accounts,
not one to give in.
or was
She
it
eventually
7?
found a
I don't
way to
remember.
create permanent
I
humanoid
had
bodies for her cheap horse
5 of my own, I think. Yeah, 5 of my own accounts, and then 1 or 2 was were my friends' accounts.
Hydro Archon and all
That,
of her
you know, and they
creations
sort
came
of
to
quit
shoulder the
Clash of
original
Clans, and I was
soul,
like, hey, can I use it?
appropriating the power of
It's so weird too, like, because nowadays I think about it, and I actually, every time I think about it, I cringe, because like I'm literally asking these people to give me their email and their passwords, right? Because like before, it didn't used to be.
I would like to point out about the
I
force
don't
of
remember what it was
as
called,
for the
because
roots
I
of
only. At that point, I'd already quit Clash of Clans, and I was already just playing. I was only just playing Clash Royale for a little bit.
this eruption.
And this was the time when they sort of asked people to migrate over to, what was it? I don't remember what it was called. Like, instead of just having your account, be connected to the Google Play Store, whatever it is, like the Google thing. They actually had their own thing at that point, but like I didn't even bother like switching over, and I only did it for like I think a month. I was only playing Star Rail Clash Royale for a month at that point before I finally completely quit. Also, by the way, FYI everyone, that is not a whale, that is a narwhal. It's literally in the name. Where are you going, sicko mode? I'm literally doing the same exact thing right now in Genshin, playing multiple accounts. Surprised not burning your head. How do I clear those challenges which are running live in events? Wait, what? Clear those challenges which are running live in events. Sorry, what is that? Is that in Genshin or what? So right here, by the way, I'm very confused. It looks like Tartaglia gives Neuvillette a thumbs down. Like, is this supposed to be a thumbs down for Neuvillette? Or is he like trying to like reach out to Neuvillette or something? I don't know. Is he trying to say like, I'm better than you? Hey, I got it. You couldn't do it.
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale. It has been great, and once it is.
Yes, open event section. Event section. Okay. Well, sorry. I'm in a. I think this is a domain, and after this, I'm probably going to be in even more dialogue, and then I'm going to be in the weekly boss domain just to fight that thing. So it'll be a while before I can actually open events. Yeah, I'll show you it. Events, man. Don't. If you can do it, if you can like. Okay, so now it's a combat event, right? We have a combat event now. It's called I forgot what it's called. Actually, whatever it is, it's called. It's a combat event, and if you are capable of basically fighting your way through it, then sure, do it. But then obviously, like, don't hurt yourself doing it. Don't skip events. It's basically free primo gems, is what it is. Misty Dungeon, thank you. Hey, this is your problem? Help me down here.
What's happening with the aura trees?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Oh yeah, this was the scene. This was the scene that actually legit made me shed tears for Furina.
I still need answers.
Furina was just like feeling so hopeless here. Right? I can't... And I'm sure plenty of us here have experienced such hopelessness, where you sort of just give up. Also, I'm really disappointed. Like, the fact that they showed us Focalors basically confirms that Furina is flat as a board. So, I'm a little disappointed by that. But hey, she's pretty.
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is...
You are not Focalor.
Oh, that wasn't my goal.
This one-eyed guy looks like Child
Deceiving.
when I fought him
Only because
recently in
of that
the...
pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it?
That is him,
Only
actually.
doomed to dissolve
Yeah, that
once
was
in
him.
you. She
That
knew,
that is
and as
in
one of
lore.
the seven, she also
That
knew
is
full well
his
that
foul.
One
It's
defies
they
the
call it a
other.
foul legacy
Percy knew
transformation,
that surmise.
and it is sort of so the harbingers. No, not actually, not just the harbingers, but like the Fatui in general. They have the capability to make something called a delusion.
Looking back now, it was... But one can only play the hand one is dealt.
Yeah, they have the capability to make something called a delusion, and it's basically a man-made vision, is what it is. But instead of taking power from wherever visions get power from, the delusion basically takes power from your life source. Like, it takes power from you. And if you're not, like, I guess, strong enough to handle one, then like you're essentially basically killing yourself.
In my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect.
And what's the point of a shirt that only covers?
Still remember the in order that under the
Well,
curse I placed on her.
I think an
so long
artist
as
would,
I,
yeah, I think
Focalor's divinity,
an artist would
continued
basically
to
answer you with,
exist, she could not die.
"Don't judge my art."
But more instead, I suppose now you probably understand.
But Furina, even though she...
It has, and it's been, and all along, she's been playing her part.
But not gonna lie, I think like whatever Focalors here has done, like it seems okay. We've seen some pretty smart people, some pretty smart and basically like really big brained people in Genshin so far, right? One of them was one of the first ones that was like shown in lore to be just incredibly smart and just like really just have just are really cunning. Is Yaimiko is one. Ayato is another one. Al-Haytham is also another one. Even Nahida. Nahida, like, less smart, more wise, but still really smart, despite being basically in prison for the past 500 years, ever since she was born. And here we are, Focalors, coming up with a way to deceive even the even the sustainer of heavenly principles.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Where? Oh my god. Okay.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Wind strike.
Gather!
Take it easy.
What's the point of a shirt? Oh, sorry. I guess I already read that message. Child was so powerful. I defeated him, and in the end, though, I was not expecting electro attacks from Child. Okay, so Child Tartaglia, right? His vision is Hydro, but his delusion is Electro. Obviously, they're not giving us an Electro Tartaglia as a playable character. But they did, because his vision is Hydro, so they gave us the Hydro Child. They didn't give us a Delusion Child. So that's why I think in his second and third phases he has Electro. Actually, in his third phase he has both Electro and Hydro.
Mirror me? Mirror me.
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people...
Oh.
What's... But...
I will tell you.
Oh, but...
Child is...
there
Yeah.
I suppose.
No, it is younger than Furina, right? Let me think.
If you...
But... How will
I
do
don't
this?
think it was stated when, like, okay, so right now we're sort of like, this scene right here, literally right here, is sort of a flashback to when Furina, I'm assuming, was probably created, right? When Focalors, the Archon, created Furina, basically the human side of herself. I guess, the human entity that she wanted to live as. It's not, I don't know, like, at least as far as I know, I don't think it's ever stated when this conversation right here happened. But it is certainly stated when, well, maybe not stated like exactly, but like if you dig deep enough in lore, you will actually find out that Nahida was born like around 500 years ago, when Rukkhadevata, the previous Hydro Archon, died, and it certainly was, it certainly is in line with the events of the Conria events, as well as the Cataclysm, as they called it in Inazuma. Because like during the events of Conria was also when Makoto, which is who is the Raiden? No, A is the Electro Archon, and the Raiden Shogun is the puppet that she created, basically to serve as the, I guess, the ruler of Inazuma, while she herself basically goes into stasis in her own like mental world. Hey, what's up, Shuri? Good to see you, man. I got Furina after 137 pills. Ooh. Okay, I didn't even need to read Lost to Kaching. The fact that you got her in more than 90 pulls means you lost 50-50. Oh man, I mean, hey, congratulations, but and at the same time, I'm sorry that you had to lose 50-50. Also, 137. Either you got like both of them early, or kind of early, or one of them really early. Nice. That's not bad actually. Did you complete the Archon quest? I did. This is literally my 4th time playing it, and that's why I'm just like skipping it.
Whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, we have heard it said, the scale may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment there is, so long as...
Yeah, I've done it 3 times already on my 2 other accounts and on my friend's account. How beautiful was the story for you? Oh man, I love this story. This legit, right? For as far as I can remember, for as long as I can remember, I've just been skipping everything. I've just been completely ignoring Archon quests, character story quests, just been completely ignoring them and just waiting for lore theorists to make videos on them. And I actually say that I do that every single time I like on stream. I've said that multiple times, but this is the one time that I actually paid attention to the Archon quest, because it started to look interesting it started to look interesting, like in around after the first 1/3, and then I started to pay attention. I was like, wow, this is good. It's good. And not just that too, but there's so much, not as much lore, like not as many lore bombs dropped this time as like in 4.1. Was it 4.1? When did we find out that when did Neuvillette basically admit that he's the Hydro Dragon? That was 4.1, right? Yeah, not as much lore bombs dropped as when that happened, but still quite a few. Yeah, quite a few this time. And that was like really good. Yo, what's up, Rustic Bud? Hey, long time no see, man. Been skipping before, but in this quest, I did read every conversation. Me too, exactly. It's okay, and it's. I don't think it's. I think the writing. No, sorry. I think the stories have all been good, right? I think so, because I actually do like after the patch. Typically, lore theorists will make their summary videos of like what lore was released in what version, etc. And when I listen to them talk about it, I'm like, wow, that was good. But then like I heard it from them and not from the game, because I just can't stand to like go through all the dialogue skipping and stuff, because for a very long time they have just been sorry, maybe not maybe not on day one. No, not from day one, because I think like most of, not all, most of like the Mondstadt arc and most of the Liyue arc was pretty well done. I think it was pretty well done when it comes to telling the story, like a good mixture of telling and showing the story.
Of hydro from my person.
Yeah, telling and showing the story. But then like most of what happens after that, like towards the middle of Inazuma, like through most of Sumeru, it was just so much telling the story and just almost no showing the story. I think, like, again, my opinion. And that's why I just sort of just turned off my brain for any Archon quests, any character story quests. It just, to me, it just felt like there was just like 98% telling me the story and spoon feeding information into my mouth, and not enough showing me the story and allowing me to put things together on my own while watching. Yeah, and like here, there's quite a bit of drama, plus the fact that like Furina is so, I don't know, she's like such a vulnerable like child is how I sort of see her, and like I think, yeah, and I certainly did, I certainly did. Maybe I wouldn't have. Yeah, I guess I did call it out. Yeah, I did. I guess I did call it that. I was very sure that they made Furina so hateable, so hate-worthy at the beginning, because it would just feel even better to like her after you've hated her. After, like, when they give you her redeeming arc, which is this, it's just gonna feel even better to like her after you've hated her. And here it is. Unfortunately, she's still flat as a board, so let's like minus some points. But hey, she makes up for it, yeah, very much, with an incredible story. Plus, just being pretty.
Fine.
Other than like just her character development being pretty good, I also think this Archon quest has done, it still does a lot of telling us the story.
Of course, the Udex of Fontaine has, I'm sure,
About as much as in like throughout most of Sumeru and like a big chunk of Inazuma. But at least it's also showing us a lot of the story.
Yes.
Now I do understand
For
that
in truth, it-
showing the story means a lot more work
but really,
for like
the
the
vast majority
animation
has been,
teams,
had
the concept teams. Like when I say concept, I mean like concept of like I guess the storyboard team is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, a lot more work for like this for the storyboard team and the animation team.
This was all done to
Yeah, it's a
return
lot more work for them. With basically without even like reducing the work on like the writing team, because obviously the writing team has to make what you're supposed to animate and stuff. Yeah, so it's just a lot more like to put into it. Oh man, this scene too. This scene got me, man. Hey, what's up, Taz? Good to see you, man. This scene got me. As stoic as Neuvillette is, he actually
of essentially the same
felt bad. Like he felt like somehow Focalor's like doing whatever it is that she like her plan was.
I, for my part, am the god.
Like it somehow touched him,
and is it
and he
not
actually
just that
felt
your
really
original
bad about
powers
it.
should be returned to you. Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies.
Can you
in the
tell me how to
process
use
of
Furina
pursuing
for
human
idiots like me,
existence itself.
who make me who like it simple? Sure. I could like dull it down. Yeah, like her kit while like reading through it yourself is like fairly complicated. It can actually be like simplified. It's not like yeah, it can be. Yeah, hang on. I accidentally slept through the part. Okay. It's good to join the Genshin community. When I know I am going to witness a masterpiece, they're doing good work. Yeah. It's a lot of things that sort of disappoint me though is some. Okay, in almost, I think in every. If not every, then
The
almost
hour of my execution is
every
almost here. For the
major
finale,
region.
the curtain call has come.
There are some
I
really
know I may not
long,
sound it,
really long world
Faced with
quests.
death, I find myself a little afraid.
And because
Perhaps
they're
this
just
is
world
one
quests,
thing both
they're not
gods
voiced.
and humans have in
And some of
common.
them are actually really good. And it's a little disappointing. And again, I understand that is a lot more
Farewell,
expense
Neuvillette.
to voice
I hope you've
these
enjoyed the
really
part you
long
played
world
these
quests,
500
especially
years.
especially the fact that because they're long, like some of them are actually a lot longer than the Archon quests. It would be a lot more money spent to actually have them voiced. So I guess I understand that, like economically, it's just not viable. Ooh, man. That part always gives me goosebumps, man. I've watched this 4 times already. Still gives me goosebumps. Whew. And the emotions too. Yeah, you're right. The emotions, man. I think that is one thing that they've been doing better and better recently. Yeah, they've been getting better at it. There is one thing about like, no, sorry, maybe not one thing, but like every now and then I do have like, maybe not complaints, but more like I see it and I'm like, it could have been better. Hydro Dragon. Don't cry.
Judex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
So if you guys are wondering why the like most of the water that you see is like blobby, it instead of looking like water, it just looks like hair gel. It just looks like hair gel is because actually properly doing hydro water simulations is really taxing. It needs a lot of like computing power. So especially like if you have to do that every single version update, like imagine this is Fontaine, there's gonna be water every version update. So you can't do that. You actually can't. So they're not doing water simulations. Well, it depends on how they're doing it. You could just do water simulations, but maybe they're doing it with a lot less oh no. No. I've made an oopsie. I've made a grave mistake. I came in here with Yelan. This guy has hydro resistance.
I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power. We shall look for an opening together.
No. I've made a grave mistake.
Busted.
Solidify.
Increase the background music, please. I'm so sorry, man. I'm in a domain. Oh wait, wow. Oh, that's cool. That's new. Is it like this because this is the Archon quest, or is it that all weekly bosses are gonna be like this?
Chance will present itself.
Sure, you'll be fine. I mean, I'm sure I'll be fine, but it's just gonna be annoying to deal with it because like hydro resistance and stuff. At least this is gonna be certainly a lot easier than the actual boss fight, because this is just a world quest, and obviously no one is going to ever fail a boss fight in an Archon quest. They're just not gonna make that possible. Well, except for the whole like Raiden Shogun fight, I think it was. Oh, it was. Yeah, I think it was the Archon quest actually, in Sumeru, where you actually had to do the Raiden Shogun. No, it wasn't the Raiden Shogun. You had to fight A herself in her plane of Euthymia, and I think that was probably the hardest like fight in an Archon quest that as far as I remember. Didn't you like the background music and fighting in Narwhal? Oh no, sorry. My game music is off. Yeah, my game music is just off. It's just always off. Wait, here we go. Here we go. Yes, there she is. Just yeet a child into oblivion, jeez. Ah, man.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session.
I'm not skipping this. No, not skipping
and my
it.
master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point. But
Will Skirk be playable one day?
thought.
You know what? Alright, weirdly enough. So you know that I always say that I am actively trying to avoid seeing leaks? The one time the no, the ones in like 3 times a year that I open Facebook. I opened Facebook around a few days ago. Yeah, a few days ago. I just started scrolling down a little bit, and I joined like a few Genshin Impact like Facebook groups, and that was initially so that I could like every time I uploaded a video or streamed, I could like share it there on their pages. And like at some point they added some rules where you couldn't self-promote and stuff, and I was like, that sucks. Okay. So I just didn't bother leaving the groups. And while I was scrolling down, one of their groups had a post of footage. No, sorry, not footage, but pictures of the character model for Skirk. It was basically just leaks. And that was apparently those were posted before 4.2 came out. And also some really big brain people in the community, and even in my chat, like I think it was last stream or like a few streams ago, people were talking about, does Tartaglia have a voice line of Skirk? Yes. And then they said she's gonna be playable, and I did not know that. Skirk is like a character from Honkai Star Rail. Literally, that's what I said. Yes, exactly. She I don't know her name, but I remember seeing Braxophone's video of him, like, it was a short. It was just a short of him, like, just showing how big of a simp he is, or whoever that Star Rail character was. And when I saw the trailer from the 4.2 special program, showing the very quick footage, like very short footage of Skirk in the 4.2 special program, for a split second I was like, oh, Star Rail character. And like 0.3 seconds later I realized, wait, this isn't Star Rail, this is Genshin. Wait, what? Who is this?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
I am very interested, by the way, like when she mentions this name, because the Hexen Circle, right? Like for those of you who aren't familiar with Genshin lore, I'm not like a lore buff myself, but I certainly do like to dip my toes into it every now and then. There are void lines of also dead people. Void lines. Oh, voice lines of also dead people. So she might be dead. Ooh, yeah. Really? Okay, that's awkward. So there's this, I guess, posse. I don't know what it is. Basically, a tea party of some really powerful witches called the Hexen Circle in Genshin. And one of them is Alice, which is Klee's mom. One of them is Rhine-daughter, aka Gold, who created Albedo. And here we are with another name. Sertologi. And I almost as soon as I saw this name when I did this Archon quest for the first time, I did not click the who button right there. I immediately went to Google, Googled Sertologi Genshin. Apparently, this is the first mention of it.
Have you heard of the name The Foul?
The Foul?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhine-daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhine-daughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Do you guys want me to click that auto button, up there in the top left? Should I? Would that be the right thing to do? I feel like, I feel like it would be a disservice to all men out there for me to click that auto button. Sure. Okay.
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names in
I wish I could personally tell how wonderful of a job Nivellet VA did. Yeah, Nivellet's VA, and also I think Furina's VA knocked it out of the park. Like, so maybe not in the Archon quest, sure, there are some scenes where she like is not in her role, in her Archon, like Hydro Archon in character, but like in her actual like personality role. And the way that she does the voice, I think it truly portrays, like it shows, it really shows
in other words,
like how
that you've been fretting over should now be
confused and like just really broken up inside she is. And you see it even more, like the way that she does her voices in Furina's character story quest. Not the Archon quest, this character story quest. I've done it, and I actually paid attention to it. Like, not every single time. I basically skipped everybody else's dialogue and just listened to Furina.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain. Weeping on
Let me take a screenshot. Wait, no. Don't worry, man. DVR mode's on, so you could like even while the stream's live, you can just go back and pause it.
Only then.
Albeido's mom raising hell on Tibet, like growing flowers in the garden. Elena's. Sorry, I remember that name. Elena's. I know Durin. Yeah, basically Albeido's brother, I guess. But I remember hearing the name Elena's before, but I don't remember who that is. Also, when I saw this scene, this, by the way, this is like one of my one of the scenes that I actually really like in the 4.2 Archon quest. Like I also said, I have many scenes in the 4.2 Archon quest that again could be better. And this could have been better. This is one of them. But at the same time, they've never, at least as far as I remember, I don't think they've shown anything that displays this kind of like hopelessness. Grizzly bear flexing.
All hands initiate emergency rescue.
I mean, like, honestly, it's pretty good. I really like that they included something like this in the, one of the cutscenes for the 4.2 Archon quest. As far as I remember, I don't think they've shown something like this. And this is one of those things that, again, like I keep complaining about this. It shows the story. Like, there's no dialogue here. Well, there's some lines happening, but it's like showing me the story. And I love it. It's incredible. It's amazing. I want them to show me the story. And this is it. They're actually showing me the story. And okay, again, I understand this is a lot more work. Overall. This is a lot more work, obviously, which means a lot more money to pay these animators, these storyboard artists. Who do you think decides where the camera angle is at, who it points at, and when it changes, right? Those are storyboard artists. And whoever does the animation stuff, like here, the camera panning from the sky, zooming in there, it's a lot of work. And I understand that. But at the same time, Genshin isn't exactly a cheap gacha game, right? Their prices are like AAA game, yeah, basically AAA prices, and I understand that they also seem to be trying to be going for a certain quality of polish in their game, and you can clearly see it in like many parts of Genshin Impact. Character animation, normal attack animation, charge attack animation, burst animations everywhere. The music is just top notch. Everything is top notch, and like the storytelling just isn't that good, and it just feels like such a, I don't know. Yeah, it's like the weak, it's like the weakest link of Genshin, at least in, you know, like from the middle of Inazuma until like recently. Now again, that scene could have been better. They could have made it longer, like showed more people having trouble, you know, just to build up the despair, right? Just to build up the viewers' despair, right? Like just to make us feel, just for a little bit longer, to make us feel like, oh no, this is it. What's going on? Just to make us feel a little more hopeless for a little bit longer, and then, what's her name? Not Nahida. What's her name? Spina di Rosula. What's her name? The lady. Yeah, the pretty lady. The pretty Spanish-looking lady. What's your name? Navia, thank you. I kept thinking Nahida. I kept thinking Nahida. Navia, thank you. Yeah, so Navia, and then Navia comes along and then like saves a few people on her little boat, and then and I think that was done really well that they showed Navia first. And Navia didn't really have a plan to save people from the prophecy, but she was there like showcasing like what little she could do. And it's really good that they showed her first and then show the other people that actually did have a plan. You know, like Risley and his arc is what it was.
Not bad. Your addition really
Spina di Nahida.
All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway.
Honestly, I do think I think they certainly have cut down a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of the telling the story too much. They've cut down a decent amount of that in this Archon quest, and I certainly hope they continue the trend. And I hope this isn't like the last time we see something like done this way before, an Archon quest done this way before. And now there is still like every now and then I still do see like the voice lines that are just, I think, a little bit extra fluff, if you know what I mean, like just extra fluff to try and make the whole conversation like super wholesome, super extra like wholesome. And sometimes I think it's a little bit too much, but they've really cut down on that by a lot. Well, no, sorry, maybe not a lot, but they've cut down on it in this Archon quest.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want...
Sir, please.
No,
Now, I might not look it, but I at the boat that... Still, if I'm a...
I have to apologize, but that ship is
Really?
You already know my answer.
I guess
best you interview our head
I'm looking at these the camera angles now that they keep switching to,
Is my hair messed up?
and I think I realized that
Seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like
there are just so many characters in like each shot that they could like keep switching camera angles to. And I think it makes it less awkward to just keep the camera pointed at one character for like a really long time and just have it change angles, but still looking at the same character. And that I think that is something that they've improved on, like being able to like make the conversation not just like one person for 5 minutes and then one person for 5 minutes. It seems more like person 1, person 2, person 1, person 4, person 3, person 1, person 2. It's the conversation seems a lot more dynamic, and because of that, they're able to just not have the camera pointed at the same person for like 5 minutes, and I think that certainly helps. That there are more characters in each of these scenes. Now, granted, that will add to costs because more characters equals more voice actors. So, I do appreciate that they put in the effort, and not just the effort, but they actually put in the investment to do that. I certainly hope that Furina's banner is doing well to encourage Hoyo to keep doing this.
Navia mentioned that she's
Traveler,
The Siege Queen has a gun in her kit. I might pull. Oh my god. Well, wait, didn't she have a gun? She has like a trank gun, doesn't she? Also, what's up, Saki? Good to see you, man.
You could just make a friend like
Paimon is enough wholesome for the entire game. Honestly, I think so. I think they should have just made... I think they could just like make everybody else's conversation just normal conversations and not try to make everybody like super extra wholesome. And because like they could just put the wholesome stuff like with Paimon. Now I do understand that they want their playable characters to seem wholesome and nice. Like even if they're a bad guy, they want them to be wholesome and nice and likable. Because if they're not likable, nobody's gonna pull for their banners.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides.
You pull for Furina and build her. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sure. Yeah. Sorry, I rambled for a very long time just to answer that one other question of yours. Now, on to your other question from earlier. How to use Furina. Okay. Simplified, dulled down explanation of how to use her. Basically, okay. Alright, first of all, what do you get from her? So, her skill, you get off-field hydro application. And every time they attack, they drain they drain everyone on your team's HP.
That is correct.
And mathematically, throughout the entire duration, they drain around 50% of everyone's HP.
Farewell, Father.
Yeah, and the drain is also by percentage and not by amount. It's by percentage. So yeah, like throughout the duration, mathematically they drain around 45 to 50-ish% HP, like everyone on the team.
That's right. I guess this.
So that's one thing you get. Pretty good hydro application, not as fast as Tartaglia, not as fast as Xingqiu and Yelan, but kind of closer to Yelan's hydro application speed, but has AoE. A little bit not very consistent because like there is 3 units that have different attack speeds. So it's not as consistent as Tartaglia's, Xingqiu's, and Yelan's hydro application, but she has AoE. So that's good. So that's one thing you get. Another thing, again, HP draining the whole team around 45 to 50-ish% throughout the whole, like, in about 20-ish seconds. Okay, but why though, right? Why the HP drain? So, because her burst gives everyone on the team a damage percent buff. And again, damage percent, that is... No, wrong character. The one time I need to show a... Okay, no, that's not right. Hang on. There you go. Damage percent, basically this multiplier. The same multiplier as a goblet. Furina gives a pretty... If you can max it out, she gives a damage percent buff to the whole team based on how much you can drain and or heal the whole team's HP based on the percent. Sorry, not the amount of healing, but the percent of healing. The percent of draining and or healing that you can do within the duration. And at C0, you can get up to a 75%. Like if you could fully max it out, you can get to up to a 75% damage percent buff. Basically, she is like, and that damage percent buff, it seems like similar to it seems like Bennett, right? Bennett gives you attack. Furina gives you damage percent. Like a lot of damage percent. You know how like Bennett makes it so that you have to use a damage percent goblet on your DPS? Furina does the same thing, but the other way around. Furina makes it so that you can actually run not damage percent goblets. Like for example, on Furina, she the way when you build Furina, you need enough energy recharge on her so you can use her burst, right? So, but because her damage scales off of HP, you want to put HP percent on her. But then, oh wait, I don't have enough energy recharge, so can I run an energy recharge seance? And okay, if I use an energy recharge chance, okay, I'll have enough energy recharge to burst every time I need to. But now my Furina doesn't have enough HP to do good damage.
I do not know.
Now because Furina, again, like I said, gives damage percent, you can just use an HP percent goblet.
What do you mean? This third
Sayu stonks way up for Furina.
next time.
She's Sayu's actually a pretty decent healer for Furina. Her healing ticks are not the best because like it's single target, but she does like when you do press her burst, it is a team wide healing.
All the same, if she speaks.
Isn't it worthless to have more than 40k HP on her? No, because her damage scales off of HP. So more HP means more damage.
Believe it unwise to make too many.
And so I think you're referring to.
I suspect not.
No, sorry, I can't remember. There was one part of her kit, that I don't remember. I can look it up right now. Okay, Archon quest done. So I can look it up right now. What? I leveled her up. I didn't level up her talents. I did not use these. Wait. No. Am I short already on these? Did I level up? No. I think I'm short on those now. Okay. Fanfare points. I think that's it. Yeah. It has something to do with one of her passives, I believe. And no, I wouldn't say it's useless. It's worthless to have more than 40k on her, but you are not going to gain more of whatever that mechanic was that only went up to 40k. I think okay, here it is. I think yeah. It was this. So every 1k of Furina's max HP can buff whatever. Okay. Following ways will increase salon. It increases her. It basically gives you like more bonus damage for this. But only up to like a certain percent, which is around 40k ish HP. But again, their damage scales off of HP. So even though you don't get more of this anymore above 40k HP, you are still getting more damage just from this, like just from their multipliers, because they scale off of HP. Did you pull for Furina? Yes, you are literally looking at my Furina, which I am apparently short on materials for. Because I used them on Charlotte. What level is my... Oh man, okay. I think I'm hang on. Did I just not convert them yet? Oh no, I made a boo-boo. Okay, let me see. Hang on. I'm opening my I guess Ascension tracker.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I...
Oh, what the? Oh. Okay. I got it to 5. And then to 2. Got her to 80. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to understand why I'm short on these. Six, and 16. I just need 3 more of these.
But where are those who share the memory?
What's the ideal crit, ER, HP for her? Okay, crit basically the same as any other damage dealing character, because she does actually deal decent off-field damage. Yeah, like so just like any other damage dealing character is her crit ratio. As for ER, for solo Hydro, you want like about as much energy recharge as like Xingqiu. So anywhere from 200 to 220 is like brain dead easy, right? Like super comfy. Anything lower than that, you might want to like use Fav on her and then Fav on one other character on the team. Like if you have if you have less than 200, you might need to just keep funneling particles into her, especially if she's the only Hydro character in the team. Again, solo Hydro, 200 to 220 ideally, and that's like brain dead easy. Of course, that depends on like what enemies you're fighting. Some enemies drop basically no particles, and some enemies drop a lot more particles than others. Depends. But yeah, 200 to 220 solo Hydro. Any less than that, you will want to have more than one Fav weapon on the whole team. But if you have another Hydro character like a Yelan or a Xingqiu, you could make do with 180. Yeah, that's about it. Does Q do damage? Isn't it like Nai does Q? There's a damage proc. Hang on. Let me just make these things first. There's a damage proc. Hang on. I didn't actually look at the multiplier. I don't think the damage is significant, but because the damage buff that you get from the burst scales up with the burst level, the burst talent level, so yeah, you will want to raise that burst. I think that was... Oh, no. Okay. Wow. What a big oopsie. I did a big oof, guys. Yep, I did a big oof. I leveled up Charlotte's stuff before I leveled up Furina's, and now I'm short on mats. And I'm short on mats is because I did not expect to raise Charlotte to. And then when she came out, everybody basically found out, wow, she's a pretty good healer. And she actually is a pretty good healer. And a pretty good sub DPS as well. Also, we don't have any more music playing. And I only farmed for enough mats to level up Furina's talents to both 9 and 9. So yeah, we're short. Okay, well, unfortunately, that sucks. Okay, my problem now is like I am using all my resin to farm for to farm ascension materials. So I'm done with ascension materials for Furina, but Charlotte, I'm still like quite a ways away. So I might have to put a pause on that, at least on days where I can use where I can farm these. Hang on, Tuesday, Friday. Oh, okay, I guess tomorrow I'm using my resin on this stuff. Anyway, I can't raise it yet because like I don't have. Oh, I guess I can, huh? Oh, okay, I can do that, sure. Yep, I certainly have enough of these. Maybe I can raise it to 8. Okay, let's try converting some.
Where do you want to go?
Sorry, what do we need? What are these things called? Lightless mass.
If you'd like to see.
Was that here? Where was the convert thing again? Lightless mass. Okay. No. Okay. I think I'll save it for the burst. Yeah, I'll save it for the burst. So yeah, like I said, Q does have a damage tick. It's not bad. It's not like significant, but it's also not nothing. What does your Furina look like? Stats. I'm gonna not think much and build her like you did. So okay. Oh, sorry. I was actually headed towards like just explaining how to use her, just simplified version of how to use her. But I wanted you to at least know that information. So again, like I just built her like I would any DPS. So my crit rate is low-ish because I have Festering and gives me 12% crit rate. Basically, like how you would build a Xiangling who has the catch on, because like you get free crit rate just from the passive. So essentially, I have what 67 crit rate on at least on my skill. Her burst damage, like it's not nothing, but it's also not significant. So again, crit ratio, like I said, just like any other damage dealer. Also, you really want to use the Marchese set on her. Or sorry, not Marchese, Golden Troop. I do not have any usable pieces of it at all. Especially now that I can't farm artifacts yet because I'm still farming ascension materials. So you really want to get her a Golden Troop set, because that is a lot of skill damage. And my Furina is very subpar right now, even with these stats, just because of that fact. Yeah, so as soon as you have a usable Golden Troop set, use it. Like 4 Golden Troop, even just 2 Golden Troop, right? Like as soon as you have Golden Troop pieces, yes. So talents, normal attack, obviously kind of useless. Your normal attack talent essentially is just used to change her between damage dealing mode and healing mode. Healing mode, you sort of never really want to use it, except maybe in the overworld. Like if you're running a team that has Furina but has no healer, then sure, like you sort of never really want to use healer, Furina in healer mode. Again, unless if you really just need the quick heal, like healing, and you don't have a healer. So and how to switch between healing and damage mode is just put these down, use your skill, put these down, and then do a charged attack, and you'll switch between healer and damage dealing mode. Okay, so as for basically the simplified version of how to use her, so you really want to, because her burst has a long-ish duration, like look at that, cooldown's 15 seconds, duration 18 seconds, right? Duration is longer than a cooldown, so essentially you can have permanent uptime on it. So you want to try and start off with this. You want to put down your skill. You either want to skill burst or burst skill, whichever one you prefer, so that you can start draining everybody's HP, so that you can start building stacks for your damage percent buff. Obviously, you have to activate your burst for that as well. Gotta go sleep now. It was fun talking to you. Pretty good stream. Oh, hey, thank you, Taylor. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, man. Take care. Yeah. Oh, also, in the next few minutes, within the next few minutes, I'm gonna be explaining at least like a very simplified, an overly simplified, I guess, explanation of like the basic gist of like how to use her. So you might want to come back to the VOD of the stream, like when you get on YouTube again, like towards the end. Like this is sort of like towards the end of the VOD, because this is about like the last few minutes of the stream too. Like after this, like I'm off to bed. Did you notice Furina's vision has fangs because it's dragon based? Really? I did not realize that. And for some reason, my phone just lit up, and that was weird. Sorry, what fangs? Oh, these things. Oh, that's cool. That is so cute. What tiny details to put in there. But yes, it does have fangs. That's so cute. Okay, so again, sorry. I keep getting distracted, Sherry. So, yeah. Basically, you wanna, as much as you can, you wanna put down Furina's skill and burst out first. Of course, you can change it, but like you wanna get it out there early. It doesn't have to be the first thing that's out there, but you wanna get it out there early so that you can start building stacks already. And then, especially if it's not your first rotation. Obviously, if it's your first rotation, everybody is gonna be healthy. Right, like nobody's gonna have low health, so you don't want to heal yet with your team-wide healer. So on your first rotation, just do your normal stuff, like try to get the right swirls that you need, or skill infusions, whatever. But like try to get in Furina's skill and burst out there early, so you can like while you're going through your rotations, you're already starting to build stacks. On your second rotation or third or onward, like after your first rotation, your team is mostly going to be drained of HP, right? Either they're at half HP or they're lower if you took some hits. And at that point, do your normal rotation, but you're gonna want to do your big team-wide healing, like Jean's burst, Yao Yao's burst, whoever your big team-wide healer is. You're gonna want to do their team-wide healing, and that healing, just that healing is like from healing everybody from like around half HP to full. That is already about enough to get you max fanfare stacks. Maximum fanfare to get the maximum damage percent buff from her burst. Just healing your whole team from about half to full. Yeah. That's gonna take you like I think almost, if not almost, then at least like all then maybe even all the way to maximum fanfare. Fanfare carries over. As far as I know, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think fanfare carries over. It would be nice though, I think. Although I think that would make her even more OP than she already is, and like a little broken, which would be okay, cool. But then I think it would, it would sort of ruin her balance. I think Furina is a rather balanced character as she is now. Saving for Kokomi? I don't think Kokomi's gonna be rerunning anytime soon. But hey, if you're just starting to save, then yeah, now would be a good time to start, man. Did you notice that it's bot dragon based and every Fontaine vision stat? Really? How about where is Charlotte's vision? Is it that thing on her neck? Is that her vision? Oh, there. Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay. There it is. It doesn't. Okay, hers doesn't have fangs. How about Linny's? Oh, sorry. Lynette's. Where's her vision again? Oh, there. Okay, so hers doesn't have fangs.
Osmanthus wine tastes.
But I'm saving for Kokomi, Yelan, and Kazuha. Those are, you know what? If you have Furina, Loreno, sorry. If you have Furina, mono hydro teams, because of Furina, are actually really good.
Don't rush.
Yeah, like especially with Kokomi in there, like a good team-wide hydro DPS healer. For some time now, I've actually been meaning to pull for Kokomi, mostly because I have Ayaka on this account, and I want to use Ayaka and Ganyu together, and having Mona in there with Prototype Amber just isn't enough healing for me, and like I don't want to use Prototype Amber on Mona because I want her on TTDS, and doing that makes it so that like I'm really vulnerable. It is a freeze team, so technically I shouldn't be taking damage, but I'm not a very highly skilled player, so I will still take damage. So yeah, I have been meaning to pull for Kokomi, but like I'm still not very sure. But now that Furina's come out, I actually am going to go and get Kokomi in her next rerun. Just one copy, just C0, just so I have her and I can do like mono hydro teams. Furina and preparing Kokomi Taze team. Oh, I see. Well, you'll be happy to know that Kokomi does open up quite a few team archetypes. Quite a few options when it comes to team archetypes and team building on your account. The team plan is this: Kokomi, Yelan, Official, Kazuha. Kokomi, Yelan, Official, Kazuha. Okay, Kokomi with Hakushin Ring. You can boost Official's damage. I love taste Kokomi so much. Hakushin Ring. Oh, that one. Okay. That's pretty good. I like that healers are becoming more relevant now. Right? And I actually really appreciate that instead they've stopped increasing total enemy HP. They've stopped making enemies tankier because of them because they kept increasing enemy HP. It made it so that players only cared about dealing more damage. And because of that, we ignored everything else. We ignored shielding, we ignored healing, we ignored pretty much everything, and we just sort of hyper focused we're just hyper focused on dealing more damage because they kept making enemies more and more tankier. And now that they've stopped doing that, instead they're starting to make enemies just hit harder. It just makes it so that now healing is more relevant than ever. Plus the fact that it's not even just that enemies hit harder now. It's also the fact that they've given us really good benefits, aka the Marchese set, to really good benefits for choosing to basically drain our own HPs. Yeah, and that has made healers rather valuable. Plus the fact that Furina's kit makes it so that healing is certainly something that you want to do a lot of to get more damage, right? Like imagine heal more, do more damage, right? That would have been unheard of. That was unheard of in like old-ish Genshin, like version 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. That's essentially unheard of. Making more HP is a bad strategy for difficulty spikes. Yeah, because like at some point, I remember. Yeah, because it just sort of basically makes it so that if you keep increasing enemy HP, you're gonna have to keep increasing playable character damage, which, well, you're now introducing even more power creep. Okay. Anyway, so Shuri, basically to sum it up, Furina, you want to get her skill and burst out there, early. Doesn't need to be the first thing out there, but you want to get it out early. You do your proper swirls or whatever it is that's like super important for you to do, and then get Furina's skill and burst out early. If it's not your first rotation and you need to heal your whole team, then you get Furina's skill and burst out, and then you fully heal your team, and that instantly gets you to max, or if not max, then at least close to max fanfare stacks, and then that's it. Just go ham. And then after that, just rotate again back to whatever your rotation was. Again, Furina's skill and burst early, and then heal the team. Yeah, because again, while your summons are out there, they are slowly draining everybody's HP while you're going through your rotation. So by the time you use her skill and burst again, you swap to your healer, heal everybody up, and then max / almost max fanfare stacks, and then there's your rotation. My second team is for Sucrose National, or I don't know if I'm going to do a Hyper Bloom for her. Go for Nida. Well, Sucrose, honestly, so your Sucrose can actually make up like a lot of different teams. So yes, National is one of them. Another one is, yes, Hyper Bloom. I don't remember what it was called. I remember that Theory Crafters sort of have different, essentially, dish names, like saute and whatever it is. I like this. It's crazy the number of names, team names that they've come up with. Yeah. So yes, there's that team. Whatever the Sucrose Hyper Bloom team. And then another team is, well, yeah, Taser. Taser is one of them. Like, Sucro's pretty good at Taser, too. Well, anyway, I don't know if you're still in chat, Shuri. If you are, then I hope that answered your question. But hey, again, you're on our Discord, right? Yeah, you are on our Discord. Yeah, just you know, ping me on Discord. Yeah, if you have any more questions. I have a question. Yo, what's up? Cool name, guy. What's up, cool guy with the cool name? What's your question, man? How does Morgana do in this abyss? Honestly, not very well, cause so it's I guess it's kind of okay in the first half of floor 12, because in the first half of hang on, I have the reputation thing. I mean, I literally just got to max reputation level, but I just want to get rid of it from the map menu. It's, I guess Morgana is kind of okay in the first half of this floor 12, but against the boss is just really annoying, because if you're Morgana, right, and your most consistent source of cryo would be Ganyu's charged attacks, and like when you're in aim mode, you can't exactly see this guy's like the what is it, like the projected attacks, like whatever way that you're supposed to be able to see their attacks incoming. You can't see it if you're in aim mode. But as for chamber 2 first half and for chamber 3 first half, yeah, Morgana is actually pretty decent. Obviously, Morgana would be really good here as well, but you would have to switch teams for chamber 2, because obviously you can't freeze a boss, and chamber 3, which is another boss, and you can't freeze that. So yeah, if you're willing to switch teams, I think it's okay. Yeah, Morgana I think would do pretty well in the second half of chamber 1, first half of chamber 2 and 3, but if you're not into switching teams, then I guess you could kind of use it in chamber 1. Sorry, not chamber 1, in the first half, but it's really annoying in chamber 1. But yeah, but if you don't mind switching teams, then yeah, sure. Morgana second half chamber 1, first half chamber 2 and 3. You sound like hot waifu. Do you want my wallet? Spoilers, my wallet was actually emptied by Furina. Also, how in the world does my voice sound like a waifu? Like, I would imagine my voice sound very much like a dude's voice. Okay, I think that would be... Oh, yeah, that's right. Hang on. Keep forgetting that I can actually do this. Well, wasn't expecting a 5-star because I just recently got a harp, yeah, Skyward Harp, which unfortunately I'm not using at all. Wait, what? Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize my Rosaria on this account wasn't C6 yet. Cool. Well, you're a dude. I can't imagine what I'm hearing. What? Really? Are you being for real, man? Did you like seriously? You actually thought I was a You actually thought I wasn't a dude? Okay, honestly, I'm not like no, I'm pretty sure my voice sounds like a dude, right? I'm sure I've actually listened to my own voice like plenty of times when I tried to make videos back then. Yeah. Next up is going to be probably this quest, and then Furina's story quest, and then like this other world quest, like this thing, which has something to do with like the giant bubble over here and the big willow tree over here. I was surprised that it wasn't actually a very long world quest. Yeah, this one was absolutely super long. Probably because all the waifus in Genshin took hostage me. I guess it's been a while since you've seen grass, huh? So this is your F2P account? No. This is my Welkin account. Yeah, this is my Welkin account, and that's why I have a pretty decent amount of primos, despite having already wished for Furina. Yeah, I didn't actually log into my F2P accounts today because I didn't wanna, like, if I did my weeklies on my other accounts too, then I would not have had enough time to do the Archon quest. Wait, it's been 5 days into update? Yeah, it has been. Well, depending on your, time zone. But for me, it has been. It's been 5 days. For me, in my time zone, the version update happened on Wednesday morning last week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now it is Monday evening, Sunday, and then Monday evening. Well, technically it's Tuesday morning, but like super early morning. Yeah, anyway, I think that's gonna be it, guys. It's getting quite late and I'm headed off to bed. So anybody else who needs any help building their characters accounts, needs help making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Oops. Oh, stop. Where am I going? Okay. Alright, bye, everybody. Yeah, thank you guys so much again.